Once again, a very good morning and welcome to a very decisive week in Nigeria as we continue with our campaign towards a Yoruba nation. A very good morning and welcome once again. This is a very, very important week as so many Nigerians will be preparing for the election, but we continue to tell as many Nigerians that that is not going to be the solution. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koiki Media, and I welcome you to the conversation. Mo kí wa níbikíbi tí Elédùmarè bá ti ní ká ti darapọ̀. Monday the 20th. Nobody must intimidate you. There will be a lot of intimidation as we are in a very, very critical week. We will continue to monitor the situation on the ground, and we will continue to say our stand remains Yoruba nation, no going back. Boba kwa meji pere Yoruba nation no. There is no conversation apart from that. A very good morning once again and welcome to the program. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀. Nigeria is a crime scene that has actually destroyed the lives of millions of Yoruba people. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tíìmù àti wọ́n ti darapọ̀. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Bó bá kù àwa mẹ́ta, bó kù àwa mẹ́rin, ariwo Yorùbá nation nìkan lẹ máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu tàwa. Ẹ má like anybody intimidate you. There will be all kind of intimidation now, so we should expect as many of such between now and the next couple of days. Wọ́n ti rí pé àwa kan ti takú pé bó bá wọn ọmọ Yorùbá kó gbọ́, bó bá wọn kó má gbọ́, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè fix Nigeria. The only solution that should be on the table right now is for every one of us to get the hell out of Nigeria. Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún, kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún anybody. Kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún mi, kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn. So why then are we trying to save that messed up country? Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, and I say welcome to this live transmission with me. As someone that has believed that we have tried our best with Nigeria in the past, but Nigeria is not working. So why are we trying to fix something that is dead? It has killed as many Nigerians, and that's why Nigerians are running all over the world looking for a better opportunity. A very good morning, Fun, and welcome to the live transmission. My name is Koiki. It does not matter whatever has been happening in the last 72 hours. We expect as many to happen even before the Yoruba nation struggle will eventually become a reality. Koiki don't believe in Yoruba nation. You know, as many people can shout Yoruba nation, but that does not literally mean that they believe in that cause. Èèyàn lè máa pariwo Yoruba nation, and they will probably also want to intimidate you in the long run. I say good morning and welcome. We're just almost 8 o'clock, and we expect, hopefully, in 2 hours. It's a very busy Monday, and I'm not going to take as many of our time. But as so many people are waking up, as many people are waking up around the world, the only place, see, everybody concentrate. Even the global world now will beam their satellite to Nigeria. It's a very, very important week. I remember, I think it's the most tension week that we have like this was when Jonathan and Buhari was going into that election. And that was in 2015. But this time around, we have mixed bag of different things that we are going to be dealing with. And the world focus will come to Nigeria this week. Because this is a very, very decisive week as preparation for so many different stakeholders. We are also stakeholders in what is known as Nigeria today. A very good morning. We are also stakeholders. And if you don't know what is a stakeholder, you might probably want to check your English dictionary. Stakeholders means that as our fathers have also played role, I'm talking about the late Obafemi Awolowo. Nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe negotiation Nigeria, I believe that we've been part of the stakeholders. And that literally means that whatever we are doing today is not a crime. Maybe something is a crime. We are bidding for a tower. Intention crime offense in the federal government is because of your own stupidity and you're not understanding what is a stakeholder. Kí ló ń pè ní stakeholder? Ṣé a ní right as a stakeholder nínú ìlú tí gbogbo wa wà? Just as àwọn tó ń sọ pé àwọn náà ní right pé àwọn ò fẹ́ Yoruba nation. They are also stakeholders. So we now have multiple numbers of stakeholders in what is known as Nigeria today. And this particular week will decide every stakeholder, as the president can say, I will deal with anybody that tries to disrupt the election. Nobody is disrupting the election. What we are saying is we don't want to be part of what is known as Nigeria anymore. And there's nothing wrong to say that, whether in a closed-door meeting or whether in a live transmission like this. And that is why in the last 3 years, we have been shouting that we want a Yoruba nation. But one thing is, we have as many people that do not understand what Nigeria truly is. And you don't have to blame them. You don't have to blame them. The reason why you don't have to blame them is some of them have never left Nigeria before. So how do you want to have a proper conversation with somebody that all his life, all our life, they've only lived in Nigeria? So the only thing they see every day in the last probably 24 years, 44 years, Even we have people that are in their 60s. They've never left the shore of Nigeria. So the only thing they can understand is there is a country called Nigeria with a Nigerian passport, green, white, green, we play football, they do economy, every year the government tells us our budget, the state governor tells us your budget. And eventually, I am now coming out from nowhere and say we should break up Nigeria. They will tell me that I'm crazy. Just like someone said there, I will be deported. Well, I don't say I will be deported because I am not living in Nigeria. I live in a civilized society. And if they are to deport me, we'll have to go through the legal route. They're not just going to pick me up and say, hey, we are taking you back to Nigeria. No, Nigeria is a lawless country that doesn't have a rule of law. So we have completely been out of that. So if you are still one of those thinking in that direction, it's because you have never left the offshore of Nigeria. I left Nigeria 24 years ago. And those of you that keep saying we should come back home and come and do it together. No, Nigeria was put together from here in the United Kingdom. And if we have to destroy it, if we have to negotiate it again, if we have to go into whatever, it has to be from here. Because the late Obafemi Awolowo, the Saudana, the Azikiwe, they were all in London. So you are not understanding that the creation of Nigeria was right from here in the United Kingdom. So for you to be even telling me to come back home, you should even tell me to stay here and deal with it from here. I mean, I don't understand, people keep saying we should come back. I mean, you can even say to Finland that, Simon Ekpa is, which is not even the one that created Nigeria. But at least they tolerate him because there's a rule of law. The president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, I've been told that wait till Wednesday the 22nd before you do anything regarding the Naira that is having a big impact. Yes, the government have the right to change the currency. I'm talking about, redesigning it. Bring it into green, white, green if they like, say, put Buhari's head inside. But the question is, do you do that to make it uncomfortable for the people? Whether they believe in Yoruba nation, they believe in Biafra nation or not. There are millions of Nigerians now that are crying every day because of the policy that is affecting you. So for you, you should be happy that I am talking about it from outside the country where there's a rule of law, because Buhari does not understand what is rule of law. Because if the president understands the rule of law, there was a judgment in the Supreme Court. Do not do it. And that is why the governors in the north are much better than all your idiotic governors in the southwest. They don't have the balls to tell you to continue to spend that money regardless of whatever is going to happen. It is now a crime in Kano, in Kaduna, not to receive the old Naira note. You could be in prison, you know that. Because they are not joking. Because they understand now that the man that they put there does not understand the rule of law. And in a society where there's no rule of law, you would definitely have to suffer the consequence of it. And if any one of you think that by bringing in any of these other three political parties back again, it will give you the rule of law, you are being mistaken. Nigeria has been designed from day one not to work. We have told you that. So this week is a very, very decisive week. As a lot of you are hoping that your vote will give you and bring the mandate of the right person. Ishewa. Sorry, lady. Kagbega, 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 ìgbàgbọ́, àti bẹ̀rù, ká ṣiṣẹ́. Tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire. I wonder when people say, Awani Imole Ogodulawo, you will never have peace in Nigeria. It does not matter if you like pray from now till another 62 years. Muriembe Enyotemi, all the way in Lagos. My family. Good morning. Pains in the lives of millions of people, regardless of whether they are Yorubas, they are Igbos, they are Hausas. We are dealing with people that do not want to let the power go. Let me say once again, I know a lot of you want good leadership. It will give you opportunity when we have good leaders. Nigeria has been designed not to work for we, the indigenous people. And who are the indigenous people? And how do we understand the indigenous people? What is the difference between indigenous and being a Nigerian? I'm a Nigerian. How do you know you're a Nigerian? Oh, because you and your mother, your father, they slept together. They gave birth to you in that geographical location that has been put together by the British colony. It is the British that created Nigeria. So for every one of us that were giving birth in the 70s, in the 80s, in 2000, and you are trying to save that, who are you saving it for? And what is the benefit of saving such? So there's a clear difference between an indigenous person. And let me quickly look at the English dictionary. Indigenous. What does it mean? And how do we know the indigenous people and separate the shaft from those of us that have been called Nigerians? The reason why we are called Nigerians is because we have been given that name by the British in 1914. So if you were born there, yes, definitely you are not a British citizen. You will be called a Nigerian. And that is why for 62 years of the fake independence, where the union was put together right here in stupid UK, that some of you will say, oh, yeah, shut up, come back home. But it was done here. The creation of Nigeria was done here. So don't even tell me to come back home. I would deal with the problem from outside. Because our forefathers came to London. Right there. I've taken you there. I mean, I say some of you will never get there. For you to smell that building, you would have to get a visa. And that chances of getting a visa now is very, very slim. In the 80s, we were all coming to UK without a visa, but you will never get a visa anymore because they understand that you are also running away, just like I did 24 years ago. Idiots. People know that you think those young British that are the visa application that you submit in Nigeria, the answer for that is somewhere in UK, somewhere in England, outside London. Young British that look at your application and decide whether you should come to UK or not, or probably maybe your document is fraud, just as a lot of you are criminals. And that's why they don't want a society that works. Criminals all over the place, from Yoruba to Igbo to Hausa to Fulani, all the 370 ethnic groups are criminals. And that's why they don't want a proper civilization. And you want me to come and live in that nonsense shit-hole country where there's no rule of law. Where I cannot take your governor to the court. And now, Bamishe today is expected, the family is expected to go back again to the court. There is no rule of law. And you expect some of us to come and live in that society. You must be crazy. How do you expect us? And that's why they are intimidating as many of you, especially those in the line of Yoruba nation. Oh, go and infiltrate them, intimidate them, if you like, put sour in their movement, destroy them, and you think you can destroy somebody like us. You must be crazy. And don't ever compare me with any of these shit-hole media that are shouting Yoruba nation. Some of them are bloody illiterate. I am not one. We are talking about something that is going to make a big impact, and they turn it into something as if it's a joke. People have been orderly for a long time. Go back and look at the history. History will tell you that whatever is being played right now within the Yoruba nation has happened before in the past. But the question is, should you allow intimidation for you, the indigenous people? Do you know that you are the indigenous? Some of you don't even know who you are. I am talking to people that doesn't even understand who you are. You are representing Nigeria and you are shouting Ogo Adulawo. And they say, hey, Ondo State stupid governor, Akeredolu, has allowed people to be singing Yoruba Nation anthem in Ondo State. That means we are going to go mad, people all over the place. So because you are singing the anthem means that you will not prosper in Nigeria. You will spend the rest of your life looking for a job that is not going to come to you. You will look for visa. You will cry before you will cry, and eventually maybe 10 out of 20,000 will be approved a visa. You think we are joking to say that we should become who we are as indigenous, originating or occurring naturally from a particular place? Who are the real Nigerians? Are we not the ones, the indigenous people? Don't you know that everything that you are being told right now is just the paperwork that took place in UK in 1914? The reason why you are a Nigerian is because that agreement was not just by Lugard, it was something that was put together by the colony. The reason why we are shouting Lugard is because Lugard was representing Britain. You think Lugard has the guts to put that instruction on himself? No. Everything was happening from here. And the reason why that march taken together from the north to the south was because the British taxpayers, according to the British government, were not ready to invest more in the north because they were losing money. They were actually losing money. That is the reason why we have the creation of Nigeria today after 108 years. And we are saying, this union does not work for any one of us. It does not work for the Hausa. It does not work for the Kanuri. It does not work for the, for the Nupe. It does not work for even the smallest ethnic group. And don't tell us that, okay, if you break up, what happened to the smaller ethnic groups? And then so what? Do you know how many countries that are not even up to the population of 100,000 and they are running a better life and a better society that works for everybody? Idiots. And we are shouting and telling the Yoruba people that the only way forward is to support the Yoruba nation. Hey, no. We cannot support Yoruba nation. We will die and support Tinubu because he is a Yoruba man. But a Yoruba man under Nigerian fraudulent system. Mad people all over the place. Some of you will cry this week. Because the North would. And let me say, somebody said I should remind you that should you allow Nigeria to continue even after the election, Buhari is not going to leave until May. So expect more. You think that Tinubu will just take the power from Saturday? No. You don't know what is about to play out. Buhari still have up to May. May. Yeah, May. So he still have the whole of March, the whole of April, and the whole of May. So it's still 3 months and he can deal with any one of them. And that is why we are saying to those of you that you should not be intimidated. You are the indigenous. So what is a Nigerian? A country that was formulated, a country that was put together. Only God knows, maybe they were drinking cigar. The geographical location, what level you will give it now? I think it's close to the and they're smoking cigar with a cup of tea with girls around them, and they create Nigeria. And people, idiot people, dying for Nigeria. And you are telling me that I've lived in the same society where they create Nigeria. I have smelled what it means to enjoy freedom. You will never smell it till you die because your father did not survive in Nigeria. Your father died because they could not treat your father in the hospital that Nigeria created, that British created. You think everything is spiritual attack, mad people all over the place. When you're sick, you go to the hospital. The reason why there's a lot of spiritual attack is because the society has failed you from day one. How many Oyinbo people think about spiritual attack here? Even if there is. Society that destroyed your life. Children have all made their way to school right now. Go to every part of Nigeria, from the north to the southwest to the southeast. You will see people moving around selling wurubu. Children. And British expect us to live in that society. And you expect British to tell me to take... You think the British government likes it where some of you take your children to Nigeria? We were doing that before. Some people have done it. Some have regretted doing so. Let me take him to Nigeria. Let me take her to Nigeria. So that the British never told you to move their children to that situation where if they die now, they die. Look at how many children have died this year for the negligence of the shit-hole country. And the mother was looking for the daughter inside a parade ground in Agege. Mad people all over the place. You will cry. Nigeria will happen to a lot of you should you allow Nigeria to continue. I will be here. I will laugh at a lot of you. Emma, wake up. You think some of you will die in like a bomb, like boom? No. You will cry. Imagine a mother is sit down, is waiting for the daughter in a inter-ask sport in that shit or Agege stadium that they should have destroyed from day one if there was a good local government to have looked into why this is a conducive environment for children. And you expect us to bring our own children where they will be going to school and they take them around. They go to different places, but they will make sure that that environment is safe for the children. Yeah, I want to joke. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Òun romo òun tó parade. Gbogbo yan ti lọ. Ó tún pe driver tó ń gbé lọ. A driver ni òun gbé wá. Ba mama mo gbọ́ mo yín wá sí bí báyìí. Bo mo rí ẹ bí ó ṣe àṣọmọ ti kú. Yes, people die. As I speak to you right now, people are dying in the UK in almost every part. But do you know that we also make sure that people in their 90s, we don't allow them to die? And eventually, the mother was told, mommy, what to be lost hospital? They can no clarity. No. Oh yeah, and then there's still, I don't know. If I was there, to be honest with you, maybe I would have been called a terrorist. Because Mama do inti Mama she orúkọ tèmi. Ṣé rí kékeré le tí mo kàn ṣe lórí media yìí, òun kọ́ ni Mama ṣe nílé. Ìyá tó yẹ kó petrol kó dá sí school yẹn kó jó gbogbo ẹ̀ wálẹ̀. Ọmọ là ń sọ yìí. But because the society has failed. A woman, ìbẹ́ntọ́ lówó ló ń lọ jẹ pizza. December 25, Bolani Rahim. I'm sure some of them, when they look at some of it, Koiki wo. Yoruba nation wo. No, Nigeria ma defend their pani. A lawyer, she was shot dead. Right inside Lagos State. Lagos State, your own state. Mad people all over the place. Why are you shooting gun, live bullet? Attacking. If people are attacking you, okay, maybe we can say she was not attacking. She was driving in a family car and she was shot dead with 7 months pregnant. Hey, I'm a say court. I'm a judgment. Is that the society? But people like that, they watch me. They're all over the place. I'm a moti, mashifaji, Yoruba people, party all over the place. Tomi bawa ya because hey, yara diaspora, omi ti yale o, gba wa o, gbogbo ti dàrú o. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ meye bolapo. Eje moyoya. Because you are running a system that is not designed to work from day one. The system that is being operated in Nigeria, in all the 774 local government, that you will never enjoy your local government. You will be more intimidating, but we are saying that don't be intimidated. Anita bá ti da gbogbo ẹ̀rú, àtẹni tó fẹ́ gbàsọ, òun kàn. ìyá ọlọ́jà kan ò ní lè dúró sẹ́ẹ̀. Tí gbèdé stage yẹn ìyá lọ́jà tẹ́yìn sọ pé máa gbàsọ lọ́wọ́ yín nígbà tẹ́ bá déwájú ilé ìyá lọ́jà tẹ́ da petrol síbẹ̀ ìyá lọ́jà mọ̀ pé àwọn ilé tí wọ́n ti mad. But you are waiting for Igboho alone. You are waiting for Baba Akintoye when those that are intimidating you are right inside and closer to you. Mélòó ni ìyá lọ́jà? Gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ̀ bí tí ìyá lọ́jà ń gbé náà tó bá jẹ́ pé torí market yín ni ìyá lọ́jà ṣe intimidate yín ẹ kó ọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ síwájú ilé ìyá lọ́jà kẹ́ ti pamọ́ nulẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ kó má jáde. Tó bá jẹ́ pé police station ló ti fẹ́ dì pẹ̀lú yín ni ẹ lọ síwájú police station yẹn kẹ́ ti pa. But you are not ready. Koiki, kí ni way forward? The way forward is you would all defend your right. This country, blood was spilled before I could come and enjoy it. You would all fight for that right. But a lot of you are being intimidated. The diaspora have done their best. In the last, only God knows when the diaspora have been traveling out of the country. Do you know that we are sending from the two major groups, the two major ethnic groups in Nigeria, the Igbo and the Hausas, are the ones that are sending money home and goods. Only God knows the amount of container that have traveled to Nigeria, and the Fulani bastard hold on to it, and because they can smell the chocolate, the car, the thread, people send goods that they want to use for their personal, and eventually one bastard Fulani man moved the container to the north and put it into his own house. And everybody's been intimidated. And you are still allowing that apapa to run. That apapa should be shut down and everybody will not enjoy it. Okay, you don't talk like that. We should not destroy what belongs to us. What belongs to you? Does the Nigerian airport belong to you? Does the federal government airport, which has Muritala Muhammad, does that belong to you and me? A lot of you travel with your American passport and you get there, they intimidate you. Hey, you can't intimidate me, man. I'm just coming from America. I wish someone said, hey, I better go sit down there. And they intimidate every one of us. So go and have breakfast. Even with some of you with your foreign passport. Everyone is being intimidated. Okay. I am waiting for the day that if we don't break it up, I will go back to the Nigerian High Commission. I want my Nigerian passport too. And they say, Koiki, hey, you won't break Nigeria. We're not going to give you this passport now. You imagine that? They're waiting for me. For the day that I will come back and renew that passport. They're waiting for me. Just as we are all intimidated outside Nigeria. Just because we want to go and get passports. Imagine somebody call us from Bangladesh. No Nigerian representative in Bangladesh. Do you know how big Bangladesh is? But we don't have. So that means because they have not been able to find a Hausa man that they can go and put in Bangladesh. So anybody in Bangladesh today as a Nigerian, you will have to travel to India to get a Nigerian passport. Is that the kind of life we want to continue? To all be living in denial. And we are here saying that this union is not favoring everybody. As some say, no, my favor, Koiki má dà nǹkan rú o. Ìwọ àti Baba Akintoye àti Igboho olè ẹ má dà nǹkan rú o. Àti súnmọ́ bí ó ṣe máa kan Yorùbá o. Tó bá kan Yorùbá, is he going there to represent Yoruba people? Is he going there to represent Yoruba people? Is the question. Or is he going there to represent the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Tinubu is not only going to be for the Yoruba people, it's going to be for the Nigerians and the cabal that will say, no, you can't do such. But today, those of your governors, what have they done for you since 1999, apart from stealing money? Look at the one that they just returned. I mean, oh my God. $929 million is about to be returned to Nigeria by the former criminal, the one that dressed like a woman and run away from UK. His name is so difficult to pronounce. I think he's the former Benue, state governor. Something dies or whatever those names are. Criminals. if I can pronounce it. They are just going to return. I mean, imagine that time that he stole the money in Bayelsa. Okay, he's from Bayelsa State. You know he's dead. I didn't even know he's dead until the news pop up again. He's been dead since 2015. But he stole the money during that idiotic Jonathan time. Allah Yemashe. Yeah. Allah Yesi. $925 million that could have been pumped back into Bayelsa State was sleeping in America every day in a bank. Interest was going on it. By me. Damn. Ah! And you expect us to come and live in that society. Yeah, very funny name. I didn't know he's dead. Mama, what you cook? Until the news popped up that America now wants to return $925 million. Do you know how much that is? Money that should have been used. All those governors are criminals. I was listening to Wiki media chat yesterday. Hey, go to any local government and fix it. No, we are talking about the indigenous people. Forget about the roads. Your name will be wiped off on the surface of the earth should we remain as Nigerians. You think there is no agenda. So when people are asking, hey, but Koiki, what's the way forward? You're already been intimidated. So there's no need asking us way forward. The way forward is everybody must prepare for the worst case scenario. But a lot of you don't want to prepare for that. I've been shouting for the last 3 years. Even before all this distraction, the intimidation. Hello, Danny Waru. They destroy Koiki Media. Because I will be here reminding you every day that contraction, if it does not go down, we will be here. You think all these NGOs can fix Nigeria? I love when people say some people are donating rice, gari, and bag of books and all that. Every month. How many people you're going to be giving that every month? Okay, let's donate money from the diaspora. Donate money, so that our people we can. How do you want to relieve the people with that kind of initiative in the long run? Is that not what Cocoon Foundation has been doing? How long the Cocoon Foundation to operate? Probably maybe about, at least, I'm sure about 4 years from now. Has he been able to solve the... People need to be fed every day. Donating food. We are saying that we should fight it now, take back what belongs to us, whatever it's going to take. Some say dialogue. I'm saying dialogue with who? With the Fulanis. You think Fulani people want to dialogue? Do you know how much we have sent home as diaspora? Close to almost $30 billion. What has it done in that country? Apart from sadness every blessed day in the last 23 years of your democracy. And we are saying, there's another option on the table. Hey, you just give one option here and come together and say it all together. No. If not, if it's Jelara politics, Koiki mighty bank on Jemomilowo. And we have criminals among us in diaspora that are also waiting so that they can. I don't know if it are late. As we are all tired of UK, the criminals abroad are tired as well, but they need Tinubu to be there so that they can siphon money like that bastard that took 925 million. Only God knows our governors Nita, from Wiki to all of those governors. Donald Duke, they are criminals, every one of them. Hey, Donald Duke built Cross River State. So what about the money he stole? Peter will be a criminal. People are now, thinking Peter, you would. Some of you, oh yeah. This time next week, Monday, call on Coach Shabuwa. Wallahi, I will be here. Especially you, Peter Obi. You now go cry. Atiku, you now go cry. Tinubu, every one of you will cry. We are not going anywhere. Media don't. You think somebody was saying to me, where have I been? You must be mad to be asking where have I been. I should be asking you, where have you been? I run program every blessed day. You think I'm scared to come out every day? I have a lot to say. Every time I sit down here, look, I told you 24 years of my life in UK, I can digest it to you so that you will understand that, life Timothy enjoy in the UK. Timothy enjoy in the UK. Enjoy in Nigeria. Look, E-money, I say him all the time. The life I am enjoying in UK, E-money is not enjoying it with his money. How many people agree with me? Let me repeat that again. I don't have any problem with him. I love him. I love the way he carries, especially, I love him because he has looked after his own security team very well. They dress very smart, and I'm sure they have enough bullets so that if you mess up around where E-money is going, they will kill you on the spot because they cannot afford to let that man die because do I need the military to support me here when I'm going out? So the question is, with the money, you know that E-money's son is in UK as well. But there are a lot of private schools in Nigeria. Why is E-money not putting his children in Nigeria? And I see a lot of you, even some of you here, probably go on his Instagram page and bless me now. Baba bless me. No, you need the government to bless you. You need the government policy to bless you. Carol, I sent a message already. Go to me. And Timon Bazar to yellow platform. Do you understand? E-money is not enjoying the life I'm enjoying here. You know why? Because I don't need the stress of paying the Metropolitan Police to look after me. Look, if you don't find me, let me say this. I will not get lost. I'm not being very urgent. I gotta pick this. And I have to stand up. Yeah, initially again, the grown. Yeah, yeah. Once again, that is an important call that needs to be picked up. I receive calls from different parts of the globe, and some are so important I have to stand up. As I was saying, E-money, a very good businessman, has breakthrough in Nigeria of today. I think he's into business, container, a lot of things he's doing. And we're happy for such. We need a lot of such in our society. We have them here in UK as well. But let me say this. E-money does not have the freedom I have here in UK. Even with his wealth, he would need to be connected all the time to survive in today's Nigeria. And you can break it down from everything that you want to look at around him. I am sure he's the one that is providing his own electricity. Or there are some that have paid the, because I got to know that when I traveled to Nigeria, and living with CSI, that some people have what they call direct light. Sometimes it could destroy a lot of things in the house because they give them direct light, but you are paying heavily. Or he just have strong, I mean, he's wealthy, so he can have any kind of energy, whatever, solar, so that his house. But do you know that even if he's wire all his environment with electricity, street light, the moment Obatikuru is in darkness? How many people agree with that? The moment e-money drives away from his road, his own environment, and he starts going to somebody else's environment, it is all pitch dark, because he does not have, even if he has the money to put everything, street light, the criminals in the local government does not want that. I do not need any bulletproof vehicle to move around in UK. How many people are? So you can see why we are saying that you are all living in a cage, in a zoo. So when people say zoo, some zoo are very good, like the UK zoo. They provide things for their family, which is the animals. They treat them. So somebody like E-Money is also living in the zoo, but the only difference is his own zoo is more advanced than yours. Because it's a god, and there are so many categories, like, and the chief priest Cubana, and there's so many of them. I don't have anything against them, but this is the reality. This is the reality of what is known in Nigeria today, that everybody is living in denial. Okay, AY, another very good comedian. He has made his money. He's doing very well. He's a Yoruba man, but he cannot enjoy the kind of life I'm enjoying here in the UK. I don't have money, but I have peace of mind. So you can see the difference. AY needs to spend money every blessed day. Because the society, the system has been designed like that to fail. But he's not going to support and endorse. He has not been able to invite us. He has invited Showore to come and speak. He has invited Peter Obi. He was even calling out anybody else, but he has not reached out to Baba Akintoye to come and speak. And he's meant to be a Yoruba man. You can see the nepotism that is already even going on within some of these your influencers. They can call Baba Akintoye to come and speak and say the reason why the Yoruba people wants to leave. They don't have to call me. Just as Arise TV. Imagine, and I know the girl they must have sent, or they have a white guy there that works for them, Arise TV. And there's another, Nigerian girl. Imagine they send somebody to Finland, Arise TV. They go and interview Simon Ekpa because we want to get the fact from Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa say, Tinubu is only, Atiku is only, Buhari is only. And they can't air that. They decided not to air the interview. And you say you are living in a country where there's a rule of law and freedom of speech. So you can see the difference. So those of you that are expecting that Nigeria this week will survive, the week I've already started. I am not running anywhere. My job every day is an Edo man. Okay, even if it's an Edo man, they're saying AY is Edo man. Does not matter. But these are big guns, influencer in what is known in Nigeria today. But they are not going to do anything because they are all intimidating you. That is why none of your church has been able to say clearly, go and vote for anybody that you think is nice. Who is nice among the three criminals that say you should go and vote for? You can see why people condemn all this religion around the world. Because they have already destroyed the psyche of a lot of you. But most of you are living in denial. You don't want the truth. Do you know that the Ohaize, all these criminals, elders, that some of them are going to burn you down all the way through when the right time comes? If they burn them well, make you not sit at home. I know we have not done sit at home in the Southwest because it has never happened before. But if they burn anybody well, come out. From the day they say make you not come out, sit at home. Sit at home is sit at home until the Kano is released. Then there will not be a further renegotiation of the Biafra way forward. Koiki, don't join hands with the Biafra people. We hate the Igbo people. How many of your family do you like? Idiot. We are fighting in one common enemy. If they burn you well, they say, sit at home is sit at home. Is it Chidireke, is it from the 25th or 23rd? I think it's from the 23rd. 3 more days. Sit at home, you sit at home. because we want to save your life from the Fulani that is about to come and kill you. Idiot. Sit at home. I told you exactly how it's going to happen on Friday broadcast. Go and read and listen to my broadcast. You must not miss this broadcast as from today. I will be out You think I will go and hide in shame? You must be mad. You don't know who you are dealing with. I have told you that the country must collapse. And we are not scared to say that anytime, any day. It's our right. It's our fundamental human right to tell you that your life is at risk. Oh my God. God bless Simon Ekpa for us. I was listening to him yesterday on my big screen. And the guy was... You know, America is saying that everybody has a right to self-determination, and that's why they're supporting the Ukraine. So they must also support us for our right. God bless Simon Ekpa. And stupid on Heinze. They should put bounty on their governors, on their politicians. They are putting bounty of $100,000 on Simon Ekpa. That's why I told you, I don't think some of you understand the risk that we are in every blessed day. And some idiot that I cannot even see your face in your picture there. You go and put dog. Are you a dog? Put your face there and your real name so that we can identify you. I know some of them there that are real people. Almost everybody is real, but there will be some idiot with your Teten Kobo MTN, Teten Kobo Airtel. Shut up, come back home. I'm not coming back home. Look, don't expect me to come home. I am not coming home. Whether you like it or whether I am not coming home. Fact like I am not coming home. If you think you're expecting me to come before the end of this week, you are living in denial. I am not coming home. I am a media that will continue to fight from outside. And if you're a diaspora, say I should come back home. Maybe you should also buy ticket and at least go and do 6 months like I've done. The only thing we can do to you is to tell you not to be intimidated. That's what I want to do now. Intimidate everybody. The rich is intimidating you. The government is intimidating you. Everybody continue to be intimidated. So don't expect any diaspora to come back home. We will be here to give you the moral support. That is always how its fight goes. Not everybody is going to be at home. Some of us, if I was at home, I could have been supporting Tinubu. I wouldn't know. If I haven't traveled before and I live in Nigeria. So I can understand those that are not looking at the longer picture. They are looking at the short picture. Tinubu can only be there for 8 years. Even if Tinubu changed all the structure, all these politicians are bastards. They're criminals. Mungo Sarakilano. One chance. Imagine Saraki moving. I was not looking at him. I was not looking at people that were jubilating with Saraki from upstairs in those Rakatia house. They call it Dawo. And one little in the toilet. They flush gun. That's if you even have WC. And people say they love him. I'm a lover. Because you always love your criminals. So I go around. I watch all their pages. That's the job of the media. And I was just laughing. I said, strong benefit. Yes, Saraki will be able to say that these people have money. Look, they can put out 1 billion naira and say, just go and buy rice, buy gari, erewa, get a half. Governor of Ogun State, all these guy man governor, they are all criminals. You know, governor of Ogun State, he was dishing out 5,000 naira old money, and people are rejecting it. Say, old money one need back. No, governor didn't call back. Even the Abiodun petrol station is not receiving the old money. In the bank, in Nigeria, how many of you have been able to get to your bank and you have been able to get money out of your banking hall? Let's know. We are talking about a long-term solution to the problem. But people are still talking about the short term, where Gbajabiamila can deceive you and all those criminal 419 politicians that have destroyed your lives. And that's why they can continue to throw agbado to every one of you. No bank paid in Surulere. I want to know from the comment section. Koiki this week. Dapabiodun petrol station will buy old money and is dishing out old money. Do you see how these politicians are wicked? Well, there's not much you can do to stop the disparity among somebody like us and Shoya Koribe because they believe that they've got a nation. And as we believe, we say, okay, Shetigba nation is the question. Shetigba nation of election in the Yoruba. So, we are not on the same page anymore. Because we still don't believe that there's a nation that has been declared. So, so how do you want us to walk in line? Okay, take back country, and nobody is able to come and defend that. Bounty back country. Do you know any country? Nigeria is still a sovereign country. Buhari still also Addis Ababa. All represent in Nigeria. Because some of you don't understand the news outside. Oruko Nigeria ni kono si pe nita as of today. Mo wo RT. Samanepa is going global. Wallahi. RT, but I don't know why RT did not balance the story. They should contact Samanepa so that they can hear his view, not the view of the Fulani government. To buy a country ni, in a Yoruba nation that has been declared out of Nigeria as Nigeria is going into election. But today, no, there's no kind of conversation like that outside. Okay, for give and take, into glory. I don't have to mention the name of the woman anymore. It's irrelevant to me. Not because of anything. Okay, one now ti bá wọn kan sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n ṣe sọ fáwọn ìlú yẹn pé káwọn news wọn kó bá wa gbé ọ̀rọ̀ jáde pé wọ́n ti gba Yorùbá nation. Why are we being stupid and fools? Ẹni kó sọ fún àwọn country tán náà ti bá sọ̀rọ̀. At least wọ́n náà ti bá àwọn country kan sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn country yẹn, right? Kó sọ pé kí paper ìlú kan nínú country yẹn kó gbé jáde pé Yorùbá nation has been declared. It is possible. Kò ń ṣe government ìlú yẹn ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ nísìn. Paper ìlú ibi tí it could be any country in Africa, in Europe, in Asia. Gbogbo ìlú tọ́nà ti bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé a ti gba Yorùbá nation. Ẹni kó sọ fún paper ìlú kan nínú kódà kó jẹ́ blogger kan bó kó má jẹ́ blogger tó jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ blogger ìlú yẹn or paper ìlú yẹn. You can do that. Look, all you just have to do is go and okay, fi fún wa ní evidence. Ẹ lọ sí ìlú yẹn kẹ́ fún wọn evidence pé your country support us. Ẹ kò bá wa article jáde pé Yorùbá nation. So why are we lying to ourselves? And you want me to come and be discussing about Shoya Koribe? Yeah. Shoya Koribe, ṣé program lòun ṣe yẹn ni? Kò ṣe program because ẹni ti gba country. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ kó máa sọ òun ni lórí country. Kò ń ṣe lórí pé omi yàrá ìdálẹ̀ ó lè ní gbogbo wa. No, ìyẹn kò lè kó máa sọ mọ́ nísìn. Ó yẹ kó máa sọ pé ìlú la ti gbà. And stupid people are here to say ẹni ti gba country. And you allow they to deceive you. I mean, it's good. I mean, because a lot of people are depressed. They were depressed already. You know what? Because we have lived in a society that has locked our potential for too long. Mo bi se fe expand ni, bo se wo mi pe kin expand, but ti ba ni ka expand ben, it's going to be a lot. So o better kin mo pe mo le expand faster nínú kí lẹ rò pé àwọn Oriyomi Hamzat fi ní headway. Because Oriyomi Hamzat is not talking about Yoruba nation. Àwọn yẹn ti gbọ́n. Because what he did pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rẹ̀, òun náà ti sá lọ Ghana rí. So all he's doing now is ó ti gba license. So program tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe, ó máa mú ìbànújẹ́ wá fún wa fact lẹ́gbọ́n lẹ́nu mi yẹn because every time torí Yomi Amzat bá ń ṣe program àwọn story tó máa bàyànnú jẹ́ tó yẹ kí government dì pẹ̀lú ó fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn diaspora dá sọ̀rọ̀ náà and that has been what is happening. It don't play out nìyẹn and that is why some of them are not going to talk about Yoruba nation and it is easier for them to expand quickly. Àwọn èèyàn wà nílé nísìn ojoojúmọ́ làwọn èèyàn máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ orí Yomi Amzat pé àwọn wáṣẹ́ so ó ní enough team ó ní studio tó ti ń operate àwọn kan tẹ́ sọ pé gbogbo àwa ta ṣe studio ká dáwọ́ you see the stupidity of the èèyàn kan ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé bọ̀bọ̀ kan wọ́n ṣẹ̀dá náà ṣé wọ́n sọ yẹn lórí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ní Bayelsa state governor wọn $925 million ló ṣẹ̀dá padà wọ́n ní pé wọ́n náà ti gbowó àwọn kan fẹ́ ṣe studio ẹ̀kan náwó Yorùbá nation so to them so show ẹ̀kọ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ is not she's out of her sense. Àwọn èèyàn kò ń ṣe mídíà kan ní ṣó ẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kò tó bá yẹ pé mídíà ni tẹ́mi bá sọ tó bá yẹ pé mi ni pé mo bá wọn gbé pa àti gba declaration wàláì oníkan tí mo máa sọ fún yín gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó rí jágbàjàgbà àníṣọ yẹn mọ́ policy ta ló máa bá a sọ̀rọ̀ agriculture máa gbé wá ẹ bá a sọ̀rọ̀ ìjọ tí bàbá bá ti declare Yorùbá nation ẹ̀rí pattern tí màmá gbé jáde gbogbo ta máa sọ yẹn àṣọ yẹn mọ́ because a ti gbàlú nìyẹn so agbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ ta ló lè bá wa ṣe ambassador wa ní Ghana ta ló máa ṣàǹbá ìjọ ẹ̀kọ́ máa discuss nìyẹn kò ń ṣe kẹ́ máa tún máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé awareness ló sì ń ṣe but a lot of people are depressed ló ṣe wà lórí platform yẹn fracas ló ń ṣe ìyẹn ń ṣe media mọ́ ìyẹn ti di nǹkan míì so ẹ ká fi yẹn sílẹ̀ fracas ló ń ṣe country là ń sọ country ẹ rò pé àwa nìkan la fẹ́ ẹ rò pé bí mi náà ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá nation nísìn ok wọn náà fẹ́ ṣe conference ok sọ bá fẹ́ ṣe conference ẹ nísìn tí wọn máa lé àwa dànù tá wọn náà fẹ́ ṣe conference wọn náà ìyá yẹn náà máa ṣe conference because I don't want to call her name anymore it's relevant to my program mo lè dárúkọ ṣọ ẹ kórìbẹ media ni she's a public figure I'm not interested to mention that woman àwọn kan ní kí n fún ní respect ojú ìyá mi lọ ni kì í ṣe máa fún ní respect so ojú ìyá mi lọ ni ìlú mélòó lòun ti dé tí ìyá mi ò tí dé if my mom has not travelled more than her ẹnìkì ẹ̀gbọ́n kan ẹ jẹ́ ṣọ́ra yín kẹ́ má fúnra yín látàtà ó ní pé bí ṣe ń bá ìyá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ pé ṣé mo lè bá bàbá Akíntóyè sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé òun àti bàbá Akíntóyè ẹgbẹ́ ni wọ́n ni mad people all over the place mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ máa ní àtàtà ẹ delete number mi kẹ́ block mi ẹ ilẹ̀ kúkú send message sí mi so kí ló ṣe ń dùn yín ìfún ní respect call respect ni aláwọn abiyamọ tó dáta máa fún ní respect tí bá fẹ́ respect mi máa lọ sí charity máa ní kọjọ community kí wọ́n máa ṣe voluntary work fún wọn 1 hour in a day máa lọ fún wọn ní respect níbẹ̀. Let's come back to the program. We should not be intimidated. Mo mọ̀ pé àwọn politicians are prepared themselves for the worst case scenario, but please do not get involved in their mess. If you can avoid, look, is it kẹ́ má jáde rárá than pé kẹ́ lọ ní ẹ fẹ́ jáde tó di pa àwọn ọmọ politicians yẹn tí wọ́n ti kó ìbọn fún rẹpẹtẹ ìbọn máa dún ní weekend kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ politicians yẹn. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa ìbọn máa dún tẹ́ bá ní irọ́ ni mò ń pa fine ẹ mọ̀ pé inú tèmi dùn dáadáa mídíà ni mí but one thing is èmi wà nílé this time 4 years ago 2019 wallahi a week before the election mo ti dé Nigeria. And I was so excited because that is something that I've never witnessed for a man that I've left the country called Nigeria for a very long time. So I was looking for, look, mo gba gbogbo owó yẹn jọ ni mo lówó yẹn owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ó dà pé ìyàwó mi kan tó bá mi háàdì mu. Àìtí sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation nígbà yẹn I'm talking about nígbà tí the last election. I was at home, mo lọ́lé. Bí lè ṣe délé, the first thing is mo lọ sí Yaba níbẹ̀ lọ ti ń gba kódà wọ́n ní mo ti late but ẹ mọ̀ as Nigeria there's always a way àbí there's always a way. Number one UK ni mo ti wá o adẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ bá ń cover election yìí o and I met Seun Okinbaloye there, you know, I've seen it some of this picture pàdé mi gidi ni, but you know that's what he does now. But one thing is, and I was given, you know, let's say case other okay, there's always a way. So Washa, and thank God to, you know, my family that were also there, that understand the system. There's always a way that she understands. Penetrate her because look, when you are told, those on the ground knows better than you. Biafra have a draft constitution. We have a draft one as well that was put out some. I don't know whether they've already updated that or not. I've not been told, but I have one that was from the Omojola. I will not package ICC letter taco. So what am I trying to bring out is, I was given my accreditation and that accreditation means that I can move around. Even what for me Litimoto and Litimoto and Ludada in Lagos State, because I couldn't get a car that would take me around for a lot of places. But in Wababi team will cover for the presidential and the news that would follow. Everybody saw what happened. But there was a tension to more notice between the PDP and the APC. And when I talk, I don't talk. In your long story, in your console, and on top of the story in your console, and my borrow one that oh possible with family one about one also. And to summon me, I'll make G. Don't just blood me. They were ready to kill each other for that election. Or Timon sorry. They were ready to kill. Timani, they were ready to kill. I'm talking about their fraction. Initially. But once suffering around one see, one rock on see company, be a sense of one, and go suffering para one say. About be one that come up on this rule. Once I want emotion suffer one pass. This is the kind of criminality that goes on. More witness rely me. But what about the hotel? I don't want to go into too much details. I'm going to London, but I'm Deni. So our method apade. Family ni gbogbo blood. Ni wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n náà sọ fún wọn padà. Pé sùúrù rere awala ni aguda. Into ba ma fa ló ma fa. Candidate wa ló ma wọlé lágùdà. Tó bá wọ́n kó gbogbo weapon wọn kó máa bọ̀. Ibi tí mo ti mọ̀ pé yes, this no be joke. Election is not a joke. It's a do or die. And that's why nígbà tẹ́yìn ti gbọ́ Yorùbá nation tó bá ti di gbá crisis, then we must also lock down. But what am I intimidating you? Week that way. There will still be a lot of intimidation to Mama Fijade. Don't be intimidated. Nobody can intimidate anybody. Sherita Wagbedani only backing international law. Self-determination ni mo sọ. Mo nati declare mo de nati gbàdúró gbọ́ mi dáadáa o. Orí platform show ẹ kórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti declare Yoruba nation. And she has the right láti sọ pé àwọn ti declare. But àwa tí à ń tẹ̀lé Olóyè àti Bàbá Akíntóyè àtàwọn tí à ń tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn. If tó bá yẹ pé mi nìkan tó bá yẹ pé mo darapọ̀ mọ́ anybody láti ilẹ̀ tó yẹ pé mo dá dúró ni màá give command wá dé máa bà kan jẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. But I can't do so because bó ti wà lábẹ́ àwọn èèyàn. So mo ti jọ̀wọ́ sílẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé speed tèmi fi bá bọ̀ ní 2019 ni àti máa gbogbo ìtàwọn tó ń ṣe ní South East yẹn kékeré láti máa ṣe wàláì I would have done more. Fact lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn. But since mo ti wà lábẹ́ àwọn èèyàn kò mí pé abẹ́ àwọn èèyàn pé mo jọ̀wọ́ sílẹ̀ ni. Gbá tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́ anybody rí now ìyẹn lèmi ṣe ń fọ̀rọ̀ sílẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Ọ̀rọ̀ ta fẹ́ ń tàn fa ìtàjọ́ ń fa kíni ẹ jẹ́ ká tú wèrè sílẹ̀ ká dá gbogbo ẹ̀rọ ní Koiki má ṣe yẹn. Calm down. Àwọn ọmọ parẹ́ ń gbóná ni but calm down. UK dẹ̀ ló wà àwọn fẹ́ kọ́ di pé wọ́n máa lọ mú ẹ àbí ó máa lọ ní problem àwọn nídẹ̀ ìwọ ṣáà máa bá wa educate àwọn èèyàn lọ. Okay. Everybody was calling me. Ìtì bá fi gbọ́ máa dáhùn. Tí bá jókòó sórí program kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ tó fẹ́ jáde lẹ́nu mi. and I was not scripting anything. And I went to Nigeria. But then that délé mo rò pé ìgbà tá ti délé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ni. Sọ fún ẹ bá dúpẹ́ fún CSI. Kékeré ni wọ́n ṣe ní Southeast. Àdáwèrè bàbá sùúrùtù ni máa dá sílẹ̀ nílé tí mo lọ yẹn. Mo sọ fún yín, I keep saying it every day. CSI ló pin mi mọ́ Ìbàdàn. If I was left, èmi fẹ́ àfẹ́ pé kájọ lọ Ìgangan ká padà kémi ya dànù ní CSI ni pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó sọ yìí ò lọ anywhere mọ́ ibẹ̀ ló máa jókòó sí kájọ máa ṣe Yorùbá ní ó fẹ́ máa pariwo Yorùbá gbogbo tó bá sọ nínú ilé kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo tó bá ń sọ nínú ilé yìí o gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe and people started thinking the diaspora gave me £1 billion to máa bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà mad people all over the place ìbí lára àwọn náà lè rí náà nísìn ọ̀dìtẹ̀ Ọlọ́run mọ kúnkún sì tẹ́lẹ̀ omi fi ń nà mí lára tó ń fi sínú oúnjẹ Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ bọ́tọ̀ ọmọ pé ìgbà tẹ́ pé àníyàn kan lè mi gbé wá sí Nàìjíríà mo kúkú consult wọn pé mò ń bọ̀ gbogbo wọn pátápátá adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé àbọ̀rí orí dẹ̀ yọ wá because in time sọ ìkọlá wọn máa sọ because their job was to take me out and tabale to take me out. Yeah, there's other media. Ṣé media tó kún sọ bí mi ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni? Because èmi fẹ́ ká jà ní. Ìjà lèmi fẹ́. Because in tó máa jẹ́ kí international come. Ṣẹ́rí week yìí, international news ó máa beam sórí Nàìjíríà. Because tẹ́yìn ò bá jà ní South East, ó máa gbóná. Federal government dẹ̀ ready pẹ̀lú South. Ó ready pẹ̀lú àwọn Biafra. Ogun mi tó ṣe fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Week yìí la máa rí gbogbo signal tó máa jáde. Because we cannot be intimidated. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ká jáde. Let's have a round table discussion. Àtún tone down. Koiki tone down. Tone down díẹ̀. Bí a tó bá tone down díẹ̀ yẹn, a fún wa ní headway. Okay. We started toning down. But at the end of the day, ṣé Fulani government dá yín lóhùn báyìí? Fulani don't negotiate with people. They are not ready to negotiate with us. But the major problem and obstacle that we have are the Yoruba politicians. The Yoruba politician knows the truth, and the truth shall prevail. Òtítọ́ ló máa lékè ní tá gbé dání. Torí pé àwọn politicians ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ̀ pé Nigeria is gone. And that's why Akeredolu gbogbo wọn ti ń fọhùn sílẹ̀. Because everybody now, even nǹkan tó bá tẹ̀ pé Buhari ló wà níbẹ̀ gangan, let's for argument's sake. Ṣé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yìí ṣé kò tí collapse? By Wednesday, I pray that the Supreme Court comes back with nothing good. By Wednesday, 22nd, which is just 3 days from now, that's when the Supreme Court will make the judgment on this money. Some say it's a deliberate act to disturb Tinubu from becoming the president. No. The agenda of the North is to keep the power to the North. And that agenda is not factor about any of the three political parties that is going to contest. Kwankwaso is just there to disturb part of it. The three major ones are the APC, PDP, and the Labour Party. But the Northerners do not want that. So, for those that are against us, that are in love with APC, I just hope a lot of you have good health care to take care cardiac arrest. Because our country, we are still pushing. And in a movement, but Koiki promised one last year, December 22. No. Do you know how long Nigeria has been running? Nigeria has been running for 62 years. Owó tí Nigeria ní ṣàwà àti nídàjẹ́. And some of you náà kọ́ nísìn láti rí traces yín tètè bànkan jẹ́. Because taba push lọ báyìí. Àwọn kan push báyìí. àtẹ̀wọ̀n ká tún máa rí push mi tó tún máa jáde lánàá sí jẹta nísìn ó ti di jẹta ìgbà mélòó lọ́jọ́ fi lọ ẹ̀kọ́ gbé nǹkan máa fi ṣe oníkàlùkù máa fi ṣe headline traffic news YouTube adé sanwó fáwọn tó bá máa sanwó fún wa but èmi ti kúrò lórí conversation yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí fọmọ Yorùbá pé kọ́ má jẹ́ kọ́ intimidate yín ìgbà táwọn kúkú ti declare Yorùbá nation so ẹ̀tọ́ mi ni pé kí n máa jáde kí n máa ṣe sọ fún ipa máa gba Yorùbá nation o lè máa disagree pẹ̀lú mi gbé dáàdì tiẹ̀ jáde náà kẹjọ lọ destroy Nàìjíríà tó o bá lè dúró gbé dáàdì ẹ̀ jáde tó bá sọ pé ana fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation àdẹ̀ tí gbà aládẹ̀ nǹkan gbé dáàdì ẹ̀ jáde tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ ti gba Yorùbá nation lọ́dọ̀ ṣó ẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àti ìyá wọn dẹ́ so be it so kí ló wá ń bá wa jà fún kí ló ń bínú sáwa má dúró sórí platform wa má gbọ́n kọ́tà ń sọ because àwọn táwa sì ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn lóye pé a máa gba Yorùbá nation Nàìjíríà fúnra rẹ̀ ó ti ní kọ́má nínú tó fẹ́ dà wò kó ọ̀rọ̀ yóò níjà nínú we are not fighting. Okay, you don't trust what I've said in the last 3 years and I'm gba Yorùbá nation. Ṣé 3 years yẹn tí mo fi pariwo yẹn títí di time tí gbogbo wàhálà toríṣiríṣi tó ń wọlé. Ṣé ti rí pé graphs yẹn ti lọ́lẹ̀ because graph tá ń bá bọ̀ ó ń lọ sókè ni graphs yẹn ti lọ́lẹ̀ nísìn. So if tó bá dẹ̀ ní pé ti gba ìwọ tó ní ti gba country kọ́ lọ́n jẹ́ kẹ́ tètè rí passport gbà. Ṣá kúkú lè lé àwa náà kúrò nínú country yẹn àbẹ́ máa lé mi kúrò nínú country àbẹ́ máa ní kọ́ báǹdì Koiki kó má wá sínú country yẹn tó bẹ́ẹ̀. So ṣe rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ló easy jù because ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ ti gba country ẹni tó dẹ̀ ló ti gba country iṣẹ́ pé ẹ ti gba country lẹ́kẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe o ìtorí èmi ò ti gba country fún yín torí àwọn bàbá wọ̀ ti declare so my job is to continue to tell you all the reasons why we should not be part of Nigeria and those reasons is going to kick in as we continue because Nigeria is falling apart and your governors I'm sure are all waiting. Owó burúkú wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn governors. Owó òsì lọ́wọ́ governor kan ló stock it 900 and kò tẹ̀ ṣe kówó yẹn fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kọ́ máa ná. But because ó lè gbé ó lè fẹ́ gbà náà ni. They move the money in a way that family wọn gan ní mọ̀. And I'm sure somebody like that man. Your honey, I just stumble. Let me ask this. But where? How do you just stumble on my? After 3 years, I've been shouting Yoruba Nation, your village. Only I just stumbled on your video. Ṣé ìyẹn ni bàbá rò pọ̀rí jẹ́mọ́ sọ àti Dr. Lip. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe máa ṣe awareness lọ Koiki. Ẹ má yẹ ká ti dá gbogbo ẹ̀rú báyìí. Imagine somebody still saying that they just stumbled upon my video. There is so much money in the hands of our politicians. And they can destroy the movement. And they can also funny enough, I am not a Yoruba, I am a full Igbo. Okay. So you have been busy with the Biafra then. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. They have a lot of money. And it's not just Yoruba politicians that have money. The Igbo politician. They are real criminals as well. Every one of those politicians. Even Autumn that keeps shouting there. Everybody is just looking for their own. You are not with Biafra. So which one be you now? Edo. You not support Biafra. You not support Yoruba. Which one you support? One Nigeria. Say you be one Nigeria. I bet no support one Nigeria. One Nigeria no go work for anybody. One Nigeria no. Look, we can have smaller countries. I'm going to say, my brother, our people don't understand that Fulanis don't play part. The reason why your comment didn't come up before is because I need to go and take it off. I think we actually put anybody that put Fulani, it was not going to pop up until I click on hide. Because it was actually hiding it earlier on. So I'm going to change some phrase. I support it. Hey, brother, there can never be a working system in Nigeria. Trust me. The structure of Nigeria will never give anybody a working system. And I like, these are the intellectual that we're talking about. He does not believe in Biafra, does not believe in Yoruba Nation, but he believes in the truth, but not tribal. We need truth, not tribalism. Fair enough. But do you think that the system in Nigeria right now is being truthful? And for how long do you expect us to wait more to get a working system, number one? and not to play the ethnic card, because they're playing the ethnic card right now. Hey, now Yoruba people will vote for Yoruba. Ah, now Igbo people will vote for Igbo. Now Hausa people vote for Hausa. How do you expect a working system in a how do I want to use that phrase, where we are not speaking the same language? Brother, let us be honest. I don't know whether you're a male or female. There's no way we can have a working system. And I love, let me open my phone line, early so that we can take calls. And maybe we should focus more on this, what our brother is saying, because it's an intellectual conversation now. And I need those kind of intellectual conversation. This is not Shoye Koribe, okay? You go there where they talk about what is GEO, one way evidence, voice note, and Tenium logo, and all those nonsense people that speak rubbish on the social media. Let's talk about intellectual. The working system. For Nigeria system to start working, we need to first of all get our oldies out of the way. Constitution. How are you going to get the oldies? Let me ask you, what is Nigeria that will give you? It's not about the oldies. Look, let me say this. If I get into presidency, I go steal money. Forget about oldies. There are more criminals between the youth that are just waiting for opportunity. Why are they not voting for Sowore? Why are the youth not voting for Sowore? Oh, Sowore, go and start from House of Rep or even chairman. There's no way you will get a working system in what is known in Nigeria today. If you know the line, as usual, it's only the studio number, and that's all the number we can take. There's no way you will get a working system. So these are the Nigerians that they don't hate what we are saying. Neither do they support it. But they expect a working system, just like Obasanjo said, push all these old people away. But are you sure we can push them away? Baba, everyone too go touch money, but when it is glaring thieves, it is bad. But you don't know when it's too much. Because the reason why this politician keeps stealing money, is because, okay, I think the person wants to speak. Let's try and bring the person in on the live Instagram. I don't want to fall to the wrong direction again. From Kogi State, I am with CSI. Yet it lost the wrong dimension. Read the comment, brother. Which comment was that? Rejoice King Eri. You said I should read the comment. My brother, our people don't understand. I read that one of the APs in the north, yes, stock 22 billion. Okay, I have this person that have joined us.
Hello?
How you doing, sir? You're welcome to the live program. Let's hear from your view. And I love, intellectual conversation. Kabo, sir. Be able to speak English or Yoruba, it doesn't matter. Is a Kabo, so Kabo,
yeah, like I said, my name is Stanley.
You're welcome, sir.
My name is Stanley.
Stanley, you're welcome.
In India.
You are based in India.
Yes,
wow.
Like I said, I'm based in India.
All right, let's get this argument
Like
of
I
what you
said,
want to explain to us. I love that.
Now, the thing is, it is not as if the Yoruba nation or the Igbo nation or all these things, it's not like we don't know what to do. But the problem is, the youths trying to make the country better.
Okay.
There are some other youths that all these oldies actually use against them to fight them. So it is like, I am trying to make a nation.
Okay.
I'm trying to make my nation work with you.
Yes.
But then our clique of friends are fighting us.
Okay.
You and I are friends. We want to make Nigeria better.
Yeah.
Some of our friends are working for the politicians also.
Okay.
Now they are working against us. How do we achieve it when we are actually the architects of our own problem?
How do we
achieve?
Yeah, I do, yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people are following. I'm sure there will be more calls that will come on top of it. But I want you to come out and then I will add on to it as well. I think what we have, look, at some point, every one of us, the reason why I went to Nigeria in 2019, like I said, is because we believe in that system. But we know that the system has a lot of problems. But now that we are now understanding the in-depth of the real problem, should we shy away from that in-depth and try to work and build a new Nigeria that everybody knows that in the next 62 years is not going to happen?
No, it is not. Let's not be, let's say, pessimistic about the whole thing.
Okay. Maybe because I'm being passionate about what I'm doing right now.
Yes, you are passionate about the country and you're feeling for the Yoruba people, which I understand everybody would do.
Okay.
When it comes to their tribe.
Okay.
But at least we all know that for a country to work, it takes everybody.
Okay.
Now, this is called Nigeria, which is nine.
Okay.
J and Ria. You
Yeah.
understand? It is 3. Now, for that country to work, the 3 major wheels has to come together. But when we have a lot of saboteurs amongst the youths that are fighting the youths for the old people or the old system of government, my brother, it will be very difficult to work. I grew up in the Yoruba land.
Okay.
I'm an Igbo man. My school in Ikorodu.
Okay.
You understand? I stayed in Ojota.
Okay.
Before I left to school in Nnamdi University, and then I traveled down.
Okay.
But the thing is, okay, now, there, you know, like I said, I'm in India, and I see a lot of Indian movies. Now, I got to understand how politicians actually operate.
Okay.
They keep the people hungry, very hungry and desperate.
Okay.
Turn them into animals against themselves.
Okay.
Give them crumbs
Okay.
from the actual eating table, and they will start fighting themselves. Now, if our youth can actually think beyond that, man, this Baba just they give us peanuts, make we go kill our brother, make we kill our friend,
okay,
for peanuts. I don't understand how you come and tell me, take somebody's life for 200,000, go and steal a ballot box for 100,000. Why would such things happen? If it is not that they've actually put that mentality of poverty into them, they will do. Okay, now imagine Tinubu now.
But don't.
He said he built Lagos. Agreed.
Okay.
But if he is sick, he go live in the same Lagos, travel, go UK, go collect.
Hey, you don't want die now.
Understand.
You don't want die now. You don't want die. But the thing we say, is the structure there. Shall we get that structure where the youth go use? Because we are, for every society like you are and where I am, it is the structure. The structure has to be strong. Has the structure been strong from the 1960 when we were put together? And in reality, are we sure that we can have that structure built in a way that will favor us? And I guess I want to bring somebody in here as well, so we can have three ways conversation. But go ahead first, and I'll let the next person speak from the mobile phone. But go ahead, my brother.
Okay, now the structure.
And this way, don't play.
They have not been working.
Got 3 ways. I'm going. Yeah, go ahead.
They have not been working.
Okay.
They have not been working from the onset.
They have not. So the structure have not been working from the onset.
These people sat down. They sat down over a cup of tea and cigarettes and said, "Man, let's just bring these idiots together." They know themselves, but they don't know what they have, and they don't know what they can actually achieve. Like I tell people over here, I tell them, the day Nigerians will wake up and Nigeria wakes up as a nation, that day Africa will become alive. Okay.
All right. Let's hear from.
Nobody seems to understand this.
Nobody seems to understand that. Maybe because we are now looking beyond trying to save Nigeria under Africa. Hello, caller.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. We want to get your point. I'm going.
Nigeria can never be work.
Nigeria can never work. Okay, why?
You can never work because Latin or structure only work.
Okay.
So you don't meant to be.
I hope you can hear the brother speaking.
Speaking of the country.
Yeah.
So Mr. Leadership would work. So even if Baba voting article, Kitinobu, Kojo said, keep it out. You can't make it a consumer of the president in Nigeria. The team of them can never make Nigeria to work. So system will be bad already.
Okay.
That now money by some of that.
Yeah.
Ni Shagamu, Shagamu is under office solo no the people class
in Shagamu. Okay, again, it's part of the rule of law that doesn't work because Buhari does not listen to that rule of law. Let me go back to our brother on the Instagram. And let's allow somebody else because with Shegon, let's allow more calls. But my brother is saying when you're ready to go, let me know. I'll let you go. And I have another caller, but you've had the last caller. What do you think from Instagram? What do you think from what the last caller have said? What will you say to that? Well, what do you go take to that?
Like, what? To me now, I believe Nigeria, everybody's actually tired.
Okay.
Everybody's actually tired. But if you come to think of it, like we Nigerians outside, we do not differentiate when we are outside the nation.
Okay.
Have you noticed that?
So we still love ourselves as it doesn't matter whether I'm Igbo.
like, Nigeria,
yes, we do that, yeah. Because we believe we are Nigerians as at the time that we're still.
Yes.
But when we are inside, we are not thinking in that direction. And all that. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes, it's a different ball game when it's back home.
Okay.
And now these politicians now still keep making them believe that you guys
I'm
are
going
different.
to have a phone. Okay.
They still give them that divide and conquer rule of set of thinking.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
If our people back home can actually come together and say, forget this one Hausa, forget this one Yoruba, forget this one Igbo. Maybe we use one mind, do something. I believe Nigeria will work. Okay. Just like when the NSAS stuff happened.
Yeah.
Everybody came out.
Yeah, Muslim, Christian, Jew, everybody.
The Nigerian government was shaking to its roots.
Okay. All right.
And if the people had continued in that,
okay, it could have made a push. All right, let's come on the line now. We have another caller, and thank you so much for being with us, because these are the kind of intellectual that we have to bring into the conversation. Let's go to the caller now in US. You've been following the program. You've had the caller on the Instagram that has been speaking to us. Is a first timer, and I'm so happy. Kilema, so what will you say? And we want to speak so that everybody can be carried along. So Kilema, so what do you could say to the caller on the Instagram that is chatting with us? Let's go to the US call. Hello, US caller. Oh, sorry, it's not US. Sorry, I keep mixing it. Sorry, Minimum Mixer as US is the Naira, is the caller from Nigeria. Hello, caller. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Minimum Mixer.
Sorry, that country can never work again. To be honest with you, my brother.
Okay.
I'm kind of someone. Let's say I have a passion for that country.
Okay.
But back in the day, I was exposed to a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm British, fuck British.
Okay.
Ṣé Nàìjíríà tó bá fi ọmọ Yorùbá síbẹ̀ bàbá síbẹ̀.
Okay.
Wọn ò ní jó ṣe, wọ́n fi Peter Obi náà síbẹ̀, wọn ò ní jó ṣe. Okay, a ní kiri la pè ní sin political, a ní everybody want freedom of speech.
Okay.
Láti expose ara wa nǹkan tí a fẹ́ but a fẹ́.
Yeah.
Now they are bringing military outside. Are we a military regime?
Okay.
Ṣé military ló ń control wa ni? We can't say anything. One by one, but she won't threaten on Polumon. And they need to work. Okay, we guys change the money. This guy is not, what's his name? The governor of
Kaduna. Yeah.
What's the name of this guy?
El-Rufai and Ganjude. El-Rufai. Yeah.
El-Rufai, all those cabals. They are, Buhari wives is part of cabals. Now, we won't buy, go favor one.
Okay. Say, is that the reason why Nigeria is not working? Because
if the is not careful, military will take over.
Okay.
Between now and Saturday, the military will take over. Just what's going on. I've already said this thing. We should analyze everything. Military is going to take over Nigeria. What's going to happen?
Okay.
All right. More than that.
Thank you.
Military take over. Our people national conference.
Okay.
It's that time. Baba Tinubu àbúrò tí wà fún ọ̀dọ́ fún presidential. No man ká ìgbè gbogbo náà ń gbà mọ̀ kẹ́gbọ̀n náà lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Or kọ́kú jẹ́ ká pín báyìí kí everybody lọ 100 years separately. Nǹkan tá a bá wà sí bí a ká máa padà after 100 years. Àwọn ọ̀tá àbádẹ́ ń padà mọ́. Àwọn ọ̀kọ́dé kẹ́gbọ̀n náà lọ. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tá a bá ṣe after 100 years ká tó máa rí.
All right. Okay, because of time. All right. Thank you so much, because I want to get as much, because this also there's a comment on YouTube, and it's even coming with a super chat which I have to read out. Structure is a secondary. Primary is a deeply rooted in diversity, divide religious, not ideology, e.g. police, military, prison, same crime, different judgment. Let me repeat again. Structure is secondary. Primary is deeply rooted. Do you think that we are going into a military taking over the country, and we might also go back again to another 62 years, or we are still moving into where there will be election, and that election will bring the unity, or the country will divide? But based on the last two callers, before we take another call, what can you say to that?
Okay, now this is how I see it. Before the election and prior to when Buhari was handed over, it will be strictly military. You understand?
Can you repeat that? I didn't get that properly. Before the election.
And prior to when Buhari will hand over.
Okay.
The military will be in charge. in charge.
Now military go dey in charge.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you dey follow Instagram recently, I don't really be social media person.
I understand.
But of recent, I got to hear some people they shout for your balance and say, man, if you no vote APC, you no go do business where you dey do. You will be your lodger, this and this.
Yeah, intimidation.
Like, is this what we actually need?
Okay.
What we actually need is for this country to move forward.
Okay.
Imagine our doctors, all of them, they resign, they run, go UK.
Yeah.
The ones will be bank engineers, they run, they go US.
Okay.
You understand? So, like, it is not like Nigeria does not have what it takes to be a nation that supersedes many of all these foreign nations.
Okay.
But the system has actually forced us to think that we are less of what we are.
Okay.
So now, that mentality, if it can do, it's like, it's not even a mentality, let me call it an illusion. If our people back home can actually break away from that illusion of, man, if I don't travel out there, I don't go make a move with the way this country they go, and we actually come together, take what happens from the government, it will work.
Okay. All right. Let's take another caller, and again, let me know when you are ready to pull out, and we'll be more than saying thank you so much. Hello, caller. Background is very noisy. Background you want noisy gone. Hello. Hello, Ewa. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going. Go ahead.
Okay. Me not very join our debate here.
Go ahead. I'm going.
Nigeria can never be good at all.
Okay.
And I have my opinion to say that it's just a common sense. Something that, imagine this, something that doesn't belong to you. How can you claim the ownership of it?
Okay.
Nigeria does not belong to us.
Okay, hold on there. Brother, hold on, AY, hold on, AY. Brother on Instagram, you heard the caller say Nigeria does not belong to us. So why are we trying to keep Nigeria?
Can I respond?
Yeah, respond, yeah. Hold on, AY.
Belongs to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigeria actually belongs to us.
Okay.
But the ideas we have staying in Nigeria does not belong to us.
The idea that we have in Nigeria is the one that does not belong to us, but Nigeria belongs to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Nigeria belongs to us. You believe in your culture and tradition.
All right. I'm just leaving. I'm sure I say you know Daily Pharaoh to me. That bon. It's just put on his Facebook now. 5 days to Liberation Day. I mean, I just thought I should put that in, but go back again. So I listen. So it looks like everybody wants liberate in 5 days.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this election thing now what they call.
Yeah.
Aside the fact say I be Igbo boy.
Okay.
And I go like maybe to be with. You know actually why I go like maybe to be with. It is not for tribalism.
Okay.
He is the lesser evil of the four.
Who is that? Peter Obi.
Peter Obi.
Okay. Okay.
That is the lesser evil of the four.
Lesser evil of the four. Okay.
That is somebody that. Yes, that is somebody.
But do you think that the structure, because I have said it so many times, do you think that the structure that we have right now would allow and enable Peter Obi to get there in the first place?
That is the problem. That structure is just the problem.
So,
but for Peter Obi to get there,
yeah,
we actually need the Nigeria youths all together to come as one. He will get there.
Okay, all right. I'm going to let AY go because it seems AY is on the train. Okay, all right. We have a brother on the line that has been chatting with us, and let's go to France, and he's still more than happy to, hello, caller. You're live.
Hello?
Yeah, that's what on. Go ahead.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I want to... good morning, everybody. I want to appreciate our guest. I'm just say our impromptu guest on the program this morning. I think he's taking the issue from the top. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if he's a good student of history. If he's a good student of history, we understand that no new country. We start with a good, just quote and unquote on a good foot and end the way it's going to end very soon. So the thing is that I advise him to go back to history and understand that we are not one people.
Let him respond to that. Then you go back. Go ahead, our Instagram guest, impromptu guest. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, we may not be one. We may not be same and one.
No. Let him respond. Caller from Europe. Let him respond, and I'll come back again to you. Let him respond to that, so that we don't muddle it up.
Okay.
All right. Right now, we may not be one and same people. That does not mean we do not understand ourselves.
Okay.
You and the white men are not the same. You are not one and same.
Okay.
But you live amongst them, and you live very well with them. Now, what makes you think that you and I that actually say we are actually Nigerians, we are not one and same? The religion we are practicing, for crying out loud, now Igbo man tradition. But you the runner. So are you they coexist with them very fine? Even you trying to coexist with some of them, they will tag you names. I'm in India here. They are brown skinned. We are also colored. Sometimes they see me, they call me Negro. I just look at them and I laugh and I'll be like, man, that's your problem. Whatever it is, I still have red blood flowing in me.
All right, let's go back to Europe and get his view more on what you have said. Hello, caller in Europe. Go ahead now.
Right. I have not finished because you don't understand. I just said that what I'm saying is that one, we are people, we don't share the same aspiration. Right. Now, you go back to before you said NSAS. Go back to when we did NSAS in Lagos. Most of the people are Yoruba Southerners. Do you know the reaction of the people in the north? They said NSAS doesn't concern us. So that we are not the same people. We are the same country. We are the same aspiration of life. The way we handle our jobs, go back to our Yoruba culture. We have a standard traditional system of government that has existed even before the Yoruba scheme. They acknowledged it, which they destroyed. That is what has been destroyed in our society today. And we Yoruba want to take it back because we have a democratic system even before the European scheme. And they acknowledged it when they saw our teams doing those things. But they manipulated us anyway. I don't want to go into that. I will advise you to go and read all your amount of shows just before dawn. Because you still want to look at the problem from the top. Go back to the depth of the Nigerian problem. Even when that was why Awolowo went to Lancaster House, Koiki was there a few days ago at the Lancaster House. What they agreed is that's why Koiki is talking of structure. What we are doing today is called feudalitarianism. And Awolowo did not agree to practice feudalitarianism. I'm glad you are in UK. In UK, you can depose their practice. Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Wales, and England, they practice different. They may be in the same country, but they are semi-autonomous. Okay. The Scottish government is semi-autonomous of the English, of the British government.
All right, we got that. Because of the time, let
finish. All right. Southwest, okay. We were the first to have self-government. And the self-government were autonomous to an extent.
Okay, all right.
Understand what I mean?
Okay.
That structure has been destroyed.
Okay, all right. Let him respond. I'm gonna let you go.
It's against what was agreed. So you can't. That's why the deal will never work because we Yorubas, Igbos, we are different in the way we do. We handle our societies. We are different. We think we do the same way, but there were certain things we don't do the same way. And we are the things that Nigeria has destroyed from us. That's why our people are getting poorer and poorer and poorer. There is no until we go back to who we are, which the Fulani said we cannot. They said no, it is not going to be possible. That's why we said okay, we cannot continue because our people are retrogressing. We are getting poorer and poorer and poorer. There's no hope for the future. All right,
let him respond. I'm going to let you go because of the time. Thank you so much, my brother. Before he comes back, what was your take for those that were asking for the restructure of the country before all these issue of even I'm not the Biafra started 2017. The Yoruba has been talking about it, but it's just that it didn't pop up. But was it on the best interest that we should have gone back to that restructure, the same system? I'm sure you've seen. I mean, you probably come across one of my video that he was talking about because I was at the Lancaster House where they signed all these, whatever they signed in 1957, 50. What is your take on the restructure Nigeria that will have given us probably maybe a bit of the structure of what we got? What is your take on that?
that would have given us actual zonal
yes.
authorities.
Yeah, regional government.
To rule our own,
yes.
Other regional government.
Yeah.
It would have been okay to some extent.
Okay.
It would have been very okay to some extent. Like he said, UK, 4 nations becoming one.
Okay.
And that's actually the only country in the world that can send 2 countries to the World Cup.
No, 3. Wales was there.
No, I'm saying there are 4 nations there.
Okay, yeah.
But they are the only country allowed to send 2 countries to the World Cup.
Okay. Mumba Kola and Tompua.
That's how it is.
Okay.
But now, if we had done that, I believe it would have still been okay. But now that has gone out of the way, it will be very difficult trying to bring the people now to understand this thing. What I'm trying to say is this. These people in power, we Nigerians are not our own problem.
Is the people in power.
The system is our problem.
Okay. So do you think that system will be, before we take the next caller, do you think that system that we are talking about, how long do we need to wait? How soon do we think that system will then come back to give us?
If we go into this regional government of a thing now,
yeah,
I believe it will break down the system. Yes,
but none of these political parties are thinking of going.
They don't want it. They
don't want it. All right, let's take the next caller quickly because I don't want to take as much of their time as well. Hello, caller. Go straight to the point. Ebashi, briefly, so that we can, because we're taking advantage of these Instagram. And that's why we have so many people that are still saying this breakup of Nigeria is not going to happen because they still think that they can have in Nigeria in a new structure and system. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, Chamber.
Go ahead. We can hear you. Yes.
Nigeria ni mo ti pè.
Okay.
Yeah. Sharing or Nigeria, we are not meant together.
Okay.
Right from day one.
Okay.
Fún àwọn tó bá mọ̀. Hello.
We can sọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́ interfere àfẹ́ gbọ́n nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ. Ẹ bá ṣe briefly.
Okay. We are not meant together.
Okay.
Àwọn kan rè pé bí Tinubu ṣe jáde, bí Àtíkù ṣe jáde, bí Obi ṣe jáde, wọ́n believe pé bóyá some Yoruba wọ́n hate Tinubu. Nobody hates Tinubu.
What about Atiku and Peter Obi? Because when you say nobody hates Tinubu, what about the remaining 2?
I'm a Yoruba man.
Okay. Okay, so your focus again. Okay, let me slow down there. Hold on, caller. Brother, is it playing the tribalism right there now? Because even though I was trying to push on him to talk about Atiku and Peter Obi, he said, no, I don't want to, my focus is Tinubu alone. What do you think is happening there right now? I'm talking to the...
I don't think he's playing the tribalism card.
Okay. So what is...
I don't think he's... I think he's just playing out his mind.
Okay.
And his understanding about the country.
Okay.
This country, like I told you from the onset, right now, we do not need religious beliefs.
Okay.
We do not need tribalism or tribal beliefs right now.
Okay.
What we need now is somebody that will actually, like Obi said, bring out the country from the consumer end to the production end. Me, I believe Nigeria can do it. If only we have somebody credible enough to at least make the 36 states that end in Nigeria with one FCT.
Yeah.
At least those 6 places now, there are 6 regional zones. If not those 6 places where they put 6 international airports.
Okay.
The other 30 states make you get 30 local airports, there will be employment.
Well, yeah, definitely the man on the Instagram does not believe that we should break up Nigeria. All right, let's go back to the caller in Nigeria quickly. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, but it's okay. Emma Sorolo, only got moving with Emma Sorolo.
On this seat for a long. This
Too long.
We are repeating ourselves. It's like we are repeating one class. If you are repeating a class in secondary school and primary school, we will advise you to withdraw. That is just it. But you know that you don't get what you are doing in that class, we advise you to withdraw. Now, Tinubu is going there. To do that, Tinubu got there.
Okay.
As I speak to you now, by May, 50 years, I think
Okay.
It's still happening. And
Still
there's
happening.
nothing done about it.
Okay. All
Ìyẹn
right.
là ń sọ ẹgbẹ́ ká mọ péjì tá à ń lọ.
Okay.
Yorùbá nation máa wá sáyé. Tí Yorùbá bá fẹ́ hùwà tí ò dáa, Yorùbá ló máa kọ̀ wẹ̀.
Ọ̀dà.
Kì í ṣe pé a máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kọ́ ní kò sí. Somebody will be dictating how we live our life in Yorùbá land. Iye kan stop wa láti má ṣe pẹ̀lú Igbo. Kò stop wa láti má ṣe pẹ̀lú Hausa. Kò stop wa láti má ṣe pẹ̀lú Ghana.
All right.
Are you getting me?
Okay.
So,
All right.
to get ourselves together.
We're gonna let you go because of the time. No, Mabino. All right. We got. All right. We got the. Okay. We got the message. All right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go, Mabino. I want to take a caller from Istanbul, especially the incident, and I know if I'm right, is a Biafra. If I'm very, very right. Hello, caller, Louis, my brother. Are you there? I'm sure you don't hear from our brother as well. You're welcome from India. And this is where we have intellectual conversation. There's no abuse. We don't have to eat each other on the head. You've heard him a little bit, I'm sure. What is your take on his view? And then, your question, and then we take it quickly. Let's make it as quickly as possible so that we can get as many calls as well. Especially, we appreciate our impromptu guests. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Well, I don't have much to say with regards to the situation in that country. The fact is that everybody talking about Nigeria today to remain as Nigeria, to me, it's so sentimental. In the sense that there is no way three different tribes as it is in Nigeria can work together. It's been like that for 60 years. So what? Now we have, as it is now, the situation in that country has narrowed down the political situation to just three parties, which is Labour Party, APC, and PDP, with the really inclusion of Labour Party because of Peter Obi. But what I'm saying to Nigerians is, are these three people the only presidential candidates in Nigeria? If we were to say, okay, let's put up, good candidates to rule Nigeria as it were, apart from Peter Obi, Tinubu, and the rest of them. So, if we are fully fighting for it, that is the only candidate, whole of the candidates today, are the real mind of a real Nigeria, if we were to want Nigeria to stay. But as it stands, there's no way Nigeria can stay because everybody is running under sentimental philosophy. Whether Obi or whether Yoruba or whether the Hausas, everybody is under sentimental philosophy. That is the fact. And no country in the world can develop in such a situation.
Okay. Okay. Wait there, Louis. Let our brother respond to part of what you've said. As hold on, Louis from Istanbul. You've had Louis from Istanbul. My brother on the other side there. What is your response to what Louis have said?
Well, I believe it's on the right track. Like he said, that if we look at the candidates, that it is the three people like PDP, APC, and the current infusion of Labour Party, because of Peter Obi, that is why it's actually in the spotlight. And that if we are to check the records, that is actually Peter Obi that is meant to be there. I believe he's speaking the truth. And if you can listen from his intonation, you will understand that he's a Yoruba boy.
No, he's not. He's a Biafra. He's a Biafra.
Well, if he's a Biafra, he's still okay. No. Let's say
he has lived. He don't chop Amalang Begiri. He don't chop Amalang Begiri very well. He don't go inside different buka.
There's no way that two can be together.
Okay. All right. Louis, let him respond properly. He's still responding. Okay, everybody knows that, but some people, not everybody.
Relax.
Hold on, Louis. Hold on. You will talk. Hold on, Louis. Let's go ahead. Louis is not listening. I've taken off from the speaker. Louis will eventually listen to me. Hold on, Louis. Go back on, my brother. I want to hear more from you. Go on Instagram.
Now, if we are to check it by rights, I think the International Court of Justice, they want something. I've forgotten the body, the organization of the body. Normally, after every civil war, 30 years after every civil war, a country that fought for that war is supposed to do what? Go on their own peacefully.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
okay.
You can go and check.
Okay.
You can go peacefully after 30 years. This is how many years before the Biafra War? everybody is still together. And even if they say, okay, make we separate this country, believe you me, that separation will only be on paper. Do you know that?
I'm listening.
It will only, okay, we will say Buhari separates the country like today now.
Yeah.
And maybe Tinubu eventually wins the election.
Okay.
Of which I don't support him to win only because of Shetima. Now I don't support him.
Okay.
Say he wins. You think Tinubu would actually sit down and say, man, now for my hand, the one can share this country. All those money where they come out from places, where you want to go.
Okay.
Now, do you understand why I said the separation can only work on paper? Instead, he will enforce military law on people. He will just carry military full everywhere. You not bring all your money, make you hear word. You no go there Abuja, sit down as figurehead. Whereas other people will chop all your money. He will not take it.
Okay.
That is the thing. That is why I said the illusion affecting the people back home is actually them thinking that if Baba enters it, I go chop.
Everybody go chop.
If Baba enters, I go chop. If Baba enters, it doesn't work that way. Okay, if you chop, your pikin chop. Your pikin, okay?
Oh, okay. Before we go back to Louis, we were amalgamated in 1914 for a reason.
Yes.
Is it too late to de-amalgamate that reason again?
No,
even after we have lived together for 63 years?
No time is late.
That time is late.
But I believe we check if probably stayed longer than Nigeria before breaking up. India was colonized, I think, for 200 and something years, 250 years, if I'm not mistaken. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal used to be one nation. I don't even know where they broke up. I think they broke up in 1914 or so, or 47. Yes. Now, it is not that we cannot de-amalgamate and all that. We can do that.
Okay.
But like I said, it will only be on paper.
Okay. So somebody did agree with you. Say yes, under the United Nations Universal Law, after 30 years of war within a country that they have fought war in the past, if one applies independent, it should be granted by the United Nations. Somebody already also helped us to confirm it. Oh yeah, Luis, quickly, another 1 minute because I have a lot of calls, and I'm going to let my brother go now because we've actually, hold him there. Luis, another 1 minute quickly before we let you go.
My problem has always been that you cannot keep doing one thing all the time and expect a different answer.
Okay.
Understand? I've been over 40 years in this world. Nigeria has always been doing the same thing here and every now.
Sorry, can I cut you short?
Oh yeah, hold on there, Luis. He wants to respond there. Hold on, Luis. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take him off the speaker. Yeah, go ahead.
Now you say we cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different answer.
Yeah.
I agree 100% on that. Why not we stop electing these same people into office and see if things will not get better?
Okay, all right.
Somebody come out and say, young man, what did they do? And I play and enter.
We supported him when he was contesting, but nobody voted him anyway.
Look, that's what I'm saying. We keep doing the same thing today and tomorrow. And the same answer.
All right. I'm going to let you go, Luis. Don't no vex because of the time. There's a lot of people I keep saying that it seems that you are running. If people are saying that you are running away from history, that you don't really want to go back into the history. Hold on, caller from Europe. Your life already. Just hold on. Is this something that I know you have not said that. The truth has not to be said. For those that are campaigning. But what is it that people still want to? What is it in need that we should keep Nigeria? Is it because we have, we don't eat together, marry together, live together? What is still in need for you to keep Nigeria? Before I take the call that is already live with me, what is still in need for you? Because your views is also going to be part of the views of millions of Nigerians.
Let's say the decision rests upon me to keep Nigeria. I will keep Nigeria. It is not because I can actually keep Nigeria and actually ask them to have their own regional government.
Okay.
The regional heads will have to report to me.
Okay. Just like they are doing in United Arab Emirates. I think they're doing something similar like that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I think they do that also.
Yeah.
No. Yorubas will have their own authority, their governing body and everything.
Okay.
Who will report to me directly.
Okay.
The Igbos will do the same. The Hausas will do the same.
Okay.
But the breaking up, like I said, is on paper thing.
It's on paper thing. Okay.
They will rule themselves. I will have the final say of the whole thing. And
Okay.
if we can actually have a credible person on that seat, all these things won't matter. Okay, if Nigeria had worked from the onset,
yes,
would we be discussing this?
Well, it might not be as it is right now, because if Scotland is still pushing for a self-determination out of the United Kingdom, I'm sure it might not be right now. It might be maybe the next generation that will do so. So there's nothing to say that even if Nigeria has worked, which everybody has wanted, does not mean that we will not come up with a right to self-determination at some point. It might not be this generation. It could be the another generation. Because what we are seeing playing out right now in Scotland
in 100 years to come,
yeah,
at least we will know we've achieved a lot.
Oh yeah, but then that still means that the people that will still fight for it will not still say exactly what we are doing. Because what we are doing is not just because Nigeria hasn't worked, but also it's because Nigeria has not worked. So it's got to be mixed bag. Let's take the caller. So definitely, if Nigeria has worked, like like I always say, somebody like my mom have been able to enjoy a bit of the Nigeria. I did not enjoy Nigeria because I had to actually run away from Nigeria.
I'm not, my brother.
You know,
my daughter said, I give her chance. She never reached Nigeria. And I'm not sure she could stay.
And how long has your daughter not been? Roughly 6 years, 7 years now.
No. She's just a year and 6 months.
A year. Well, let's hope that when we break Nigeria, we have a Biafra. You will take her back to a Biafra country. Hold on there. Hello, caller for.
You come to now for UK. Be waiting.
You don't want to go even Biafra. You want to come UK, and I pray it will eventually happen. Let's get to the next caller. Hello, caller from France. Quickly.
Okay. Good morning, Koiki.
Good morning.
The problem is that you know that Nigeria is not going to work. You know that.
Okay.
But the only game that Fulani have now, which is their last game. Now, before Friday this week.
Yeah.
Then the Buhari government, they will pretend that the military took over.
Okay.
Before this week.
Babaleki
yes, and Buhari will hand over to the Fulani man, the military.
Which this scholar has already said on Instagram. But go ahead, yeah. But what we want to know, yeah, I'm listening, yeah.
And now, the government will be telling government for temporary times. And after that, now, okay, we remember.
Welcome
now,
to the
we
car.
need to remember the case of Atiku. The case of Atiku, which is in this court. It's in the court.
Okay.
Now, for the interim government for the temporary time, they will provide the case of Atiku. They will judge the case for Atiku.
Okay.
So, that's their last day.
Okay.
That is their last day.
Okay.
And before Friday this week.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, my caller. Let's go to Baba Ekiti. I'm going to overrule any caller because Baba Ekiti line too long engage. I think I can already see that you're trying to call. So, my brother, we have millions of people that love Peter Obi. I've said it, and this is Baba Ekiti. We have a lot of people that are in love with Peter Obi for whatever reason. I don't think he knows I was lying. A lot of people are in love with Peter Obi because they believe he can change the narratives of the new Nigeria. Eventually, in the next 6 days, hold on, caller. In the next 6 days, should that not even happen, that Peter Obi gets there, what is now the hope moving forward from your own perspective as somebody endorsing Peter Obi? We are not.
Now, if before the next 6 days, like as it stands now, the race is actually between Peter Obi and Tinubu.
Okay.
Now, peradventure, Peter Obi does not win.
Okay.
You know the meaning of implode and explode?
Me, I don't know. I beg tell me now. I don't read grammar. I don't understand English.
I don't say you understand what I talk, but you want me to explain that so that some viewers will get that. Nigeria will erupt from within.
Okay. Wow. It looks like we have just been given one strike on our YouTube. They've actually taken it down for a week. What an interesting time to be alive. And look, go ahead. Where YouTube got a fight.
Nigeria will get problem from inside.
Okay. Mm.
And possibly we no pray me bad thing happen, make it no go be problem where even the Nigerian government no go be who.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm.
Then if it don't happen like that, because under this Buhari regime, if you check out, you will see many people don't jackpot from the country.
Oh yes.
Even if they allow people within the diaspora to vote, people with the outside, they are vote for people to go many pass. Where you know that one?
Okay.
But make them not just do this thing now, and I believe they waiting make them redeploy military to Lagos and some other parts now.
Okay.
Based on the things where APT begin do and talk.
Okay.
You do on Insta, follow just for the follow up. You go see things.
Let's get from this caller. In Toban Walori YouTube, we just actually been taken down on the YouTube, and that's gonna go like a whole week because they say there's a violation, of one of my videos that I did some few weeks back. I'm just getting the email from them. But anyway, that's not the end of the live. Hello, yeah, we've just actually been taken down the YouTube right now as we're live right now. Hello, go ahead, caller. You're live with us now.
But I can still talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can still talk. We can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you for picking my call today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm so much like you, your effort, and God bless you. So, my point is, let us not be talking about Nigeria anymore. Nigeria is done. Anybody will be talking about Nigeria at this point of time, we are only buying time for Fulani to overrun us.
Okay.
We are only buying time to overrun. They have all the capacity to do it. Even if they want to do it now, today they want to do it, they can do it. They have all the power. The only opportunity that we got now is to get out of that shit.
Okay.
We all know that we are Yoruba from the onset. The British people that joined us together, the Americans together, knew that we were Yoruba kingdom before Nigeria. Nigeria meaning. What is the meaning of Nigeria? If you go to any part of the world, they ask you where are you from. You say you are from Nigeria. They ask you what language do you speak. You say you speak English. They will tell you, but English was England. It's for the English people. How can that be your language? They are indirectly telling you you are a slave. If you don't get that, if you don't get it, you don't get it. I'm ashamed to call myself Nigerian anywhere I go, any part of the world. Because they see you immediately at home. He hasn't known yet. He's a slave.
Okay.
Because I cannot be proud of, I don't have a language I'm speaking.
Okay,
how better will it be?
Okay.
If I have my own language.
Let's go back to the to our guest on the internet. You heard what the caller is saying. What is your take on that? And again, if you've just been watching us on YouTube, the YouTube has been taken. And this is a caller from Europe. The YouTube has been taken down for 1 week, so you will not watch Koiki Media on YouTube because they say that one of my video, which the headline says, the headline was actually Yoruba Nation are not the ones to disrupt the 2023 election. Nigeria is imminent to break up. So YouTube is thinking that is just too much for me to put out there, but it's not end of the world. Now let's listen to the Instagram caller. Hold on, my caller on the phone. You heard what the caller just said. What is your response on that?
Well, I believe to some certain degree he's right. Because if we say we are Nigerians now and they ask you, okay, what language do you guys speak? The only thing actually binding us as a country there is just our currency.
Okay.
And our currency which we say now our money is. But the language, the culture, the traditions, they are all different. And one important point I heard you say now is this is the time for us or for everybody to break out from that ship. So that the Fulanis don't actually rule over everybody. Okay. Because they have the capability to do so. Now, my question is this. Who will bail the cat? Who go try am under Bubu regime? So? Under Bubu regime. Who will try am? Okay, let's go back to the caller. Hello, are you still there, caller?
Yeah, I'm still there.
So what what is your response to what you just said? Who is going to bail it? The Biafra, the Yoruba, we're all going to bear it together. But people with the support Peter, we don't want Bella now.
If we cannot face our fear, we will remain in slave forever.
Okay.
This country, overall, every country that we are living today, there are some people who suffer with this country before we came here to come and enjoy the benefits we are enjoying today.
Okay.
If we cannot face our fear, we will remain slave forever. didn't change their mind. They come out with God, but we are more than them. How many? We are more than them. How many of them? They will always create that fear. But at the end of the day, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Because if you want everlasting peace for ourselves, even though you say you are Nigerian today, you go and vote. In the next coming 10 to 20 years, the problem will still come because we are not one. We are not the same people.
All right.
We knew that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, our caller. As we are still live in the live program, it's been almost 30 minutes now that my guests have decided to be with us. We are grateful and we appreciate. Before I'm going to let you go, so that we can come back into the conversation. You have actually said something, and you haven't break them down for me properly. Peter Obi doesn't win in 6 days' time. You say something go explode and blue. I don't understand what that one means.
I said Nigeria go implode. Go explode.
Okay.
Which is Nigeria go start to get problem inside. Okay. This naira scarcity now small.
Okay.
The thing go get serious problem where I pray make government be handle am. Okay. Because when you don't push people to the wall, they tend to react. You go see and say by that time, this thing of we now saying Igbo outside Yoruba, everybody go drop and fight.
Okay.
Everybody go drop and first fight. Now when we don't get that thing we want, now we go down the talk of okay, we want it together and we want separate. Now just because say, but my prayer now make credible leader enter. Now just my own.
Thank you so much.
We go come on Nigeria from the stone age where
you did.
Into the present age we supposed to where other countries did.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, our brother. We appreciate you for the time you have spent. Let's continue to keep in touch, and I pray for you that you will be able to get to UK. When you're never in UK, let me know. I'm sure we go have maybe a bit of drink. Thank you so much, and we'll let you go. Well, that is how as many Nigerians still believe that we can keep Nigeria, not somebody like us. The caller, as much as he loves what is called the engagement of what we are doing. In YouTube, you probably be asking what has gone wrong. While we are live, YouTube actually said that one of my videos violated their policy. A video that we made some few probably weeks back, and for them that is just too much for me to have such a video. It shows the amount of how powerful our message can travel. But a week is gonna be about mute background. A mute background to Wally, please. A mute background. Tẹ́ bá ti ń pè wẹ́ máa mute tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wa dúpẹ́ fọ́lẹ̀ bá a sọ̀rọ̀ à ń gbọ́ yín.
Hello.
We can hear you now. À ń gbọ́ yín nísìnyí. Go ahead. Ẹ mute yẹn pátápátá mọ́lẹ̀ àbí kẹ́ pa ó interfere sórí phone.
Okay.
Because my mom tó bá operate because so much mama fit padà wá sí bíbá. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ní sàn gbọ́n ní sìn.
I've already noticed.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
So on the discussion that you are discussing, I like it. It's a very good discussion.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. It's not that we are talking of structure or not structure. Structure. What is structure? There's no structure in Nigeria again. Nothing called structure in Nigeria again. Because of what? Those people that are there, they are the ones that are still there. So if there's no changes, what is permanent in this life is changes. If there's no changes, there's no way you can move. Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody throughout the world, that is what they have in their mind. The only thing that cannot change is changes.
Okay.
But people that are there now, they don't want to change. Can you imagine? Let me quickly go to what is going on recently in Nigeria now. And as Nigeria, God want to just God want to examine us. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
Examine us in the sense that we have three tribes in Nigeria.
Okay.
And he brought the 3 times. He brought that Atiku, he brought Tinubu, he brought Obi. Atiku is Hausa, Fulani. Tinubu is Yoruba. You understand? Tinubu is Yoruba. Then Obi is Igbo. And when you are talking of who is who between those of them, who is who? Are we talking of Tinubu? Are we talking of Atiku? Or are we talking of Obi? If you are talking of Obi, they say Obi is if you look at Obi, maybe Obi is maybe Obi because Obi has not become a host. Okay. Because that is what I see.
Okay.
But I will say that Obi is not part of them. I will say that Obi is not part of them from the beginning. They are together.
Okay.
Obi is there. Atiku is there. Recently, Obi, before the last election, Obi was the first to Atiku.
Okay.
Now, because of what is going on, we don't know how they are doing it. Because what I see to me is that PDP is divided into two. PDP is divided into two. There is no way you fought for Obi or you voted for Obi that PDP people, go to Obi and Obi will say that I don't know them again. And Obi say I don't know PDP again. Never. That is why you see Obasanjo endorsement. That is why I say, look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo is a PDP man. If he endorses Obi, he endorses people. You understand? Then they are now use tactics for Nigeria.
Okay.
It is not it's not all of them. It is we the Nigeria that are causing problem for ourselves.
Okay.
Because we cannot stand alone.
Okay.
Look at the Yoruba nation. All of us are crying. All of us are shouting, Yoruba nation. But those people that you are crying because of them. Look at what you said now. You have your family in London. I have my family in America. Okay. You understand? But if your family want to, even if Nigeria is better, if your family want to go to Nigeria again, you cannot, if where you are, you go to Nigeria in 10 years. You understand?
Okay.
They are now insulting you. They are insulting them because of what? You are fighting for them. The best thing is that Nigeria can restructure is what started now. What Buhari started now, because it's Buhari and Emebeli that want to destroy Nigeria now. If you look at it very well, it is Emebeli is a PDP.
Okay.
Buhari also is a Fulani. Atiku, the Fulani. You understand?
Yeah.
Then look at the caucus. But Tinubu, what Tinubu did for Yoruba, why Yoruba don't want to forgive Tinubu? It's because Tinubu pretended as if he don't know that Yoruba is suffering. He pretended like Yoruba is suffering. Okay. That's why people now go against him. Because by the time we are shouting, because I cry, Tinubu selected. Keep silent. When they are killing our people, when they are raping our people, when they are doing everything for our people, Tinubu does not come into. But when it comes to Hausa, Tinubu will go there. When he goes to Igbo, because of his ambition that he has, because he want to be the president, he don't want them to hold this talk that he's siding his people. Okay. And is that not the crazy? If Tinubu is silent his people, now he needed his people now. And you are saying you are the people that you are saying that let's vote for Tinubu. Let's vote for Tinubu. Yeah. You have to vote for Tinubu is the problem. If you vote for Tinubu will still use your resources to these people because that is why he go and party with them. You understand? Because you want to. That is what Obasanjo is doing now. Because Obasanjo believe that Yoruba people doesn't like him. That's why he also is retaliating that because these people they don't like me, so I will not forever like them. That is what Obasanjo is doing. Till now, because look at the election that brought Obasanjo for the first election. Did any Yoruba state voted for Obasanjo? No. Because they know that Obasanjo has nothing to do there. But the Hausas and the Fulani that always brought Obasanjo, they are the one that imposed Obasanjo on Nigeria. Because they imposed Obasanjo on Nigeria, Obasanjo believed that there is our own. Because before Obasanjo come from the prison, they have already standard money. He doesn't have any money again. Until Obasanjo go back to the presidency or something, before ask Obasanjo to come and tell us where he get money. He get money through Hausa and Fulani. That's why Obasanjo cannot leave Hausa, cannot leave Fulani.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That is the problem that we are facing. And Tinubu now, let me tell you, if they voted for Tinubu, I think with what is happening now, if they voted for Tinubu, Tinubu will adjust.
Okay.
We are just trying to want to do the best, because look at because when you are following the track, you see what is going on in Nigeria. You understand?
Yeah.
What Erufai said.
Yeah, they took us down on YouTube at the Selenko. Yeah. About it to wrap it up quickly, because we have to take more calls, sir, so that Kali continue program here. But I'm going to about in less than another minute. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that we the citizens of Nigeria, we are the problem of ourselves until they started what they want to start now. If they kill most of them, they're supposed not to have all those cabal again, all the cabal. That is why there is someone in that political that can do that, but people will not vote for him.
Okay.
So when you are postponing your death, come on, you understand? You don't need to pity anybody when anything happens.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, what a very interesting week to start with. Like I said, we should expect a lot. This is a very, very important week, and I believe there is still a lot to be done. If you've probably been watching us on YouTube, you're probably like, what happened? You know, the YouTube went down. Eventually, it's because of one of our videos that says, Nigeria is imminent to break up. They say they've looked into that video, and that video, according to YouTube, should not be there. So it's not the end of the world. We still have all the other platforms that are running, and those platforms are running very well. I'm not going to open any other YouTube. We will wait until that one comes back. It does not matter. But one thing is, we are fighting not just the Fulanis. I've told you guys, because of you have not traveled out, so you don't understand. By the time there's crisis, we will destroy YouTube in Nigeria, especially in Yoruba land. That is what I was expecting us to be doing, because Facebook operates in Nigeria, but the moment there's a crisis in there, then they will not be able to operate. Then Tabamawa operate on our own new rules, which is Yoruba rules, Biafra rules. But because Lai Mohammed is there now, is pressing the button that we are destroying Nigeria from outside. We should make sure that they should make sure that anything Tambanso, take it down. And I remember that, and that's why I said to you that I have my backup all the time. All my videos, the moment I finished it, I download it and I keep it, because that's only my own backup. Because the income money platform here, they can lock you out anytime. And this is the fight that we are fighting. You think you're fighting Fulani alone? We're not fighting Fulani alone. We are fighting different fights, especially those of us from outside. So, and imagine if the week to the election, they brought down a page that has been talking about Yoruba Nation. It shows that, our message is powerful. And I'm grateful. And this is where, I say to a lot of us, the fight is not just Fulani we are fighting. We are fighting both from outside and inside. But the outside are the ones that are controlling the inside. Most often, Nigeria is being controlled from outside. I'm not going to open another YouTube. See to come. When they comes back, whatever I've done in the 5 days of the strike is a week. So probably same time next week we'll be back on. But for me to go and open another YouTube, no, why? I don't need it. We still have all other platforms. We will increase our broadcast more on Twitter, which is good. So the Twitter will be much busy, and that means that I can channel all the energy from the YouTube back into the Twitter space. So let us not, get any belief that we are just going to go like that. Every reason is okay. This is why I said if we don't, because when there's crisis in Nigeria, these organizations making their impact in Nigeria will be affected. Do you know how many companies will be affected when there's crisis in Nigeria? But they don't want crisis. You made a lot more ship to docks in Nigeria. If there's crisis, they cannot dock in Nigeria. How many people know that? If there's a real crisis, crisis, kajade, kashi 2 minutes, what's in your boss? Okay, what is? Yes, because what got on your bond to intimidate you. And I didn't even know that YouTube was going to take us down. And look at the topic I was discussing. Intimidation. Weak hilo mashele. Weak intimidation lawai. Because they know the firepower. We are in the week of intimidation. This is the week. So if anybody is now thinking that Efegba Yoruba nation, you understand? It's just the same thing. Because if we have not been able to put the crisis on the ground and set up a proper, we can use any platform of the full radio frequency. That's if crisis ban go on. But Tabashi, the way I joko sorry, masoro lori social media. When they shut you down, then what happened? You probably open another one. They shut you down. Then eventually they will know because they would link your IP address into the conversation. So anyway, let me, I'm not going to set up the Star Radio because as soon as about to Paris Star Radio, I have a lot of engagement. But be rest assured that nobody can bring Koiki Media down. Just be rest assured. And this is the big problem we are dealing with. But I don't think a lot of you understand the fight that we started. Koiki, that you declare Yoruba nation. No, it's a big fight. We are fighting the globalist nation. I want ìlú tó fẹ́ jẹ́ ká wá ní àṣeyọrí. Àwọn lambaja. Taloni YouTube is owned by American. Why are they taking us down? It's because they don't want the reality. And America, just like I was saying to you earlier, Simon Ekpa was doing his program yesterday. I want Mama Soro, she awon ni right, she dudu tiwa nisin. Agboro jiyakuni. Ni right. And ni right. But what if they carry light in low? And this is the fight that we are saying to people. But some people don't understand. Hello, call about it briefly.
Ẹgbẹ́ topic kan sẹ́yìn nípa ìlú ìtọ́sọ wípé wọ́n máa ban any politicians tó bá pọ̀ ní trouble.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo fẹ́ àná ẹ̀ mo ti ń pè ìfẹ́ rí nǹkan tó ṣe ń sìn kí ni nǹkan tí ẹ ṣe ń sìn tó fi bring kí ni yẹn down. Now ṣèlú ẹ̀ educate àwọn aráàlú ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Now ṣé ìlú yìí máa gbogbo program dẹ́ǹdé ni wọ́n ń wò everybody ṣe náà ń wò wọ́n wá aware of it. Now ṣé ìlú yìí sì fẹ́ sọ fún wa wípé àwọn ò mọ̀ wípé àwọn ò rí fídíò tí Tinubu ti ń sọ wípé I will fight dirty because of this election wọ́n máa fight dirty. Ṣé wọn ò rí fídíò wípé Tinubu ò lọ sign peace deal agreement kò attend the meeting yẹn? Ṣé wọn ò rí wípé MC Olúọmọ tó lò wà
lára àwọn campaigner fún APC pé British journalist ó lọ interview ẹ̀, BBC journalist lọ interview ẹ̀.
Our YouTube is not on, but it will be on later on. Yeah, mo gbádùn yẹn gan.
Wọ́n àná o Tinubu kó ṣàmà wọ̀lú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, nígbà tó kówó wọlé.
Àwọn ló wà behind the problem wa.
Báwọn yẹn àwọn sọ fáwọn yẹn wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ní èmi ni mo problem ní Nàìjíríà, mo fẹ́ dá problem sílẹ̀.
Àwọn ló wà bí ìlú ìmọ̀ aláwọ̀ ò ní video evidence tí Tinubu fi ń threaten pé òun máa fight dirty.
Wọ́n ní lọ́wọ́.
Ṣé wọ́n máa láwọn ní video evidence pé all the time ní APC talk náà lọ máa attack àwọn other parties, àwọn tó fẹ́ dìbò, àwọn tó fẹ́ register, àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe campaign. So kí wàá náà sọ fún wa, jẹ́ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ìsìn, kí ni nǹkan tí nǹkan tó gba ọ léèdì ìsìn wọ́n fi shut down YouTube kìíní. Ẹ máa bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lọ.
Ẹ ṣe gan-an. Like I always say, if they can deal with Awatawa Nitabai, Eitewa Ninule Etiwa one chance. That's a fact. That's a fact. So if you are probably not used to other platforms, we will continue to get the message out of, just to tell people that it's not going to stop the agitation, but it just shows the power of the communication, because we say it the way it is for 3 years. So I've never shy away and say no. And the topic Tiwafi take what down. Malowa video ma pre-posted but sorry Facebook. It's money Google topic mi Yoruba nation are not the ones to disrupt the 2023 election. Nigeria is imminent to break up. You can see that it's not. We're fighting a big demon. But so let us not be intimidated by any of these, channel. And that's why, imagine, any Atigba country, lórí social media, toba blocking lórí social media. That's the end of it. But better ká dá sùúrù sílẹ̀. Ẹ mọye ship tó ń bọ̀ láti all over the world tó fẹ́ dock sí Apapa. Roughly how many ships do you think is on the water? Ìtò ti fẹ́ dé, ìtò sì wà lọ́nà. Roughly. Ship mélòó lẹ rò pé ń bọ̀ tó fi wá dock. Because we didn't start the Twitter, and I've been trying to start it on this phone, but sometimes there's a bit of delay. But like I said, I will just kickstart it on the software because I have the software delay. But I will make sure now that our Twitter will be on continuously whenever we are live, so that any tó bá mọ̀ nípa Mixlr wa ẹ lọ register síbẹ̀, it's free to listen to it. We will make sure. I have 2 Twitter accounts. One is Koiki Media, one is Olami Koiki. I'm not, even the back end team are saying they have another backup YouTube that we should use, but we keep the brand as it is. It's Koiki Media. Tabada, come back. It's just a week. It's not the end of the world, but it's just that the message is powerful, and they're scared. Most of fún yín pé Sokoto ní studio tó ṣí fún Koiki. Èmi ò mọ̀ nípa tẹlomi o. Confirm ni mo sọ pé mo fi ń dẹnu ni. Sultan of Sokoto actually instructed that they have a studio open. Tibati were live. All our live program by. They're watching everything I say. Because they know that we are not joking. I want to share one Baba Feni Ferry. I keep telling you. They know that we're not joking. And that's why we're saying to those of you, they understand that the media, the power of the media is very, very important. And they want to intimidate. Because spirit, program, the power of intimidation, Latin Renaissance, you will be intimidated. And the power to that intimidation is exactly what we've just witnessed. Let me just start the Twitter from the software. Because I'm intimidate. in tí Koiki ń sọ yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ jẹ́ kó slow down. Ọmọ ìfẹ́ ó fẹ́ break Nigeria láti UK. Ta lòun, mo sọ fún pé mi ni last man standing. Mo sọ náà. And that just shows that, you know. So, ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n egun ni mo ń sọ látẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo ní pé YouTube wa ti go down. Okay, maybe I have to keep repeating it all the time. Let's very but YouTube is not showing. But very many by. I know some people money who are cheaper, especially on to one lay, but whatever you have now, you have to make use of for the next 1 week. But we will be live every blessed day. I will be live. Nobody can stop our conversation. We're live on Twitter now. So get those handles and you would still be able to listen to me. Because we are now on a crossroad. Ní rówó gbà ní bank kò ń ṣépè because kò sówó kankan ní bank. The government has not mint any new currency. Kò sówó rárá. So kò sí owó kankan ní anywhere. So don't be fooled that owó kan wà tí ẹ máa rí lò. I might just even just run the software as well. So what we will going to be doing is we're going to be running, you know, multiple my live lórí phone àti máa ṣe software so that we just push the message out now, at least for the next 1 week now that the YouTube is down. But it will not stop the conversation of the Yoruba Nation movement. It's a movement. We should expect a lot to happen in a movement. Movement to ṣe moi moi. Movement is not a joke. Ìwọ lè kà pé joke nítorí pé inú yàrá ni wọ́n ti ń gbọ́ wa, but àwa tí a mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe joke. So gbogbo ìtàn sọ yẹn má dá wọn lóhùn. It's all kapakapa. So, but one thing is, our right will be respected to self-determination, and nobody can stop that right. They are trying to intimidate you, not us. They are trying to bring us down. And they know that by bringing us down, they think it will slow down the movement. This is a movement in almost every part of the world. People will always ask for their right. Even the US government says the same thing. Then asking for your right is not a criminal offense. Asking for your right is not a criminal offense.
No.
So don't let anyone intimidate you.
Not a criminal.
What should intimidate you nínú ilé? Wọ́n lè intimidate our a little bit, but not as the Nigeria, because in Nigeria you will be intimidated this week. That way, wọ́n máa intimidating you, and we must be ready. We must all be ready in this week. That way, to be ready to endure. A lot of endurance will happen this week. We must be ready to endure. You will hear all kind of things. It's just part of the distraction. They would like to take you down by saying things that about kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Nigeria, bó ṣe dàrú lẹ́nìí, kò ń ṣàwọn aládàárù. Like we were having that conversation, and I think the last caller on the Instagram was saying that tó bá yẹ pé Nigeria ń ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa, ṣá máa máa pariwo fún self-determination. Maybe not. And our team are already live as well. As I can see them, let's hear what they're saying. Correo que me hago una canción de
lálàá àti pé ìyá ń jẹ aráàlú ìtú ẹ̀ là á ṣe jáde láyé ká mọ̀ pé ìlú ìdánwò ní Nàìjíríà irọ́ lọ́fin kò máa jẹ irọ́ lọ́fin pèlè ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ torí àwọn Yorùbá wọn ní òye nípa ìdánwò Nàìjíríà àti sára Nàìjíríà ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ ṣé Yorùbá ní Yorùbá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́dá wa sí níta tí ìṣòro ajé wa lélẹ̀ yìí ó sì wá jẹ́ pé àwọn kan ń gbà ju àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá lọ.
Mo kí ẹ̀ tọ́wà lórí Twitter pẹ̀lú wa.
a ní wọ́n Nàìjíríà ṣé afẹ́ra wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ́ lápàdà tí ń di ìbò ká tí ń di ìbò gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú ṣé Nàìjíríà dá wọ́n ní 62 years ká tí ń di ìbò lélẹ̀ yìí òṣùwọ̀n lọ sínú pẹ̀rú. látìgbà tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ wà nígbà yẹn ṣe mọ̀ ìyá wa òun náà ṣe ti rí i pé lálàá àti mo sọ̀rọ̀ wà
So from the software, ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó ń lọ nínú broadcasting.
nígbà ẹ máa gbọ́n Nàìjíríà máa dá ẹ̀yin náà wò ní ìlú àwọn tàbí ṣé àti máa sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa dá kí ni ìbátan lè fi sọ
Àwọn tíìmù wa máa wà outside. They'll be talking to people. They'll be educating people about Yoruba Nation. And that's what you'll be seeing more from Koiki Media team on the ground.
Ìjọba a lè máa fún àwọn ọmọ wa báyìí a lè máa fún wọn ní ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ìwòsàn ọ̀fẹ́ àwọn ìyá tó wáyé tó bá ti wà ní age of 50 upward ìjọba máa fún wọn ní owó nítorí wọn fẹ́ kọ́ sí láàlámọ́ ni a lè gbọ́ èdè ara wa yé sẹ́rí èdè àìmágbódé èdè ara wa tá àgbọ́ra wa yé òun ló dá ìdààmú sí orílẹ̀-èdè lókèlè fún wa náà tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà èmi àti Yorùbá lẹ́yìn ń sọ èmi àti Yorùbá lẹ́yìn ń sọ ẹ̀yin àtàwọn sátáwá rẹ̀ báyìí nígbà wọn tó ń sọ ó máa ń láti máa ń fọ pidgin or English àti máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nítorí ẹni pé ìwà àtàwùsá ó yàtọ̀ sí
ẹ jẹ́ ká máa join the broadcast tí wọ́n ń ṣe and we're gonna end this one so that you can join the conversation. But initially ẹ jẹ́ kí n set up the Facebook section because Facebook náà ti wà on. But I need pay because like I said I have some few things to do. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup and it's going to break whether anybody likes it or not. Don't be intimidated. They must remain strong. This is the week that I'm on week that I know. We must remain very strong. So our team one here, on the road, walking around the clock. So I'm gonna share our other links. So into that around links here, I want to tell you the now so we list all the platforms where you can watch us. so that I fi sórí ẹ̀, but for the time being the YouTube is not working. So I'm at end delay. Màá switch sí àwọn ọmọ tó wà live kí ẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ. Kí ni lè ti lọ fi ṣe one or two things and I think we're good to go. Let's go back. Let me remove myself. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n show yín ní into YouTube more. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lórí a máa end gbogbo eléyìí nísìn yàtọ̀ sí Instagram tí mo máa switch to be by later. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wà lórí Facebook pẹ̀lú mi nísìn ẹ lọ sórí software so that we can end this one right now. Thank you so much.